recognizing their efforts over the past 4 years. Our first senior is Jack Allen, a business and economics major from Kennesaw, Georgia, joined by his parents Jason and Angel. Coach Scott says of Jack, "It's been a joy to have Jack wear orange and blue through the course of the past 5 years and play for the Thunder. He has taken every rep with extraordinary effort since his first day on campus. More important than his play, though, Jack has been an outstanding teammate. Everyone has mattered to Jack, from his fifth-year peers to an incoming freshman. You will never see him more joyful than when a teammate is successful. Jack, I'm proud of you." Next, we have Nick Beard, a communication major from Grapevine, Texas, with his parents, Brandon and Irene. Coach Scott says of Nick, "I have loved watching Nick's development firsthand through the course of these 4 years. A talented and crowded offensive line room relegated Nick to backup roles until this year, but he has seized the opportunity. Nick is a fierce competitor whose tenacity inspires his teammates. Even more, that passion bleeds into everything he does, whether in relationships or in a ministry role. You can count on getting Nick's very best. Nick, I'm proud of you." Christian Bonaquisti is a liberal arts engineering major from Roscoe, Illinois. He's joined by his parents, Jeremy and Tamara Bonaquisti, and his fiancée, Kate. Jesse Scott says of him, "Christian loves his team. After being tapped on the shoulder to move to the defensive line, Christian embraced the challenge of putting in the hard work to develop physically and master a new skill set. While I'm proud of him for this, I'm even more proud of the man he's become, someone who embraces the values of being a Wheaton football player. Christian, I'm proud of you." Next, we have Henry Brown, an English major from Waddell, Arizona, joined by his parents, Jim Brown and Tricia Brown. Coach Scott states of him, in Henry's senior share, he mentioned that he was unsure that he'd ever play meaningful snaps in a Wheaton jersey due to being such a talented room. That changed dramatically during Game 3, and Henry was ready when tapped on the shoulder. Henry has persevered and endured, battling injuries and eager for the opportunity. While it's been fun to see Henry's success on the field, it's even better to watch his growth as a man. Everyone comes to Wheaton with a well-intentioned script of how their time will play out here. God often takes that script and shreds it, intending something better and more substantial. Henry learned to burn the script and trust in God's sovereignty during his time here. Henry, I'm proud of you. Our next senior is Peyton Bruce, a biology major from Holt, Michigan. He's joined by his mother, Dawn, and his fiancée, Anna Mooney. Jesse Scott says of him, Peyton Bruce is a great example of a player who has modeled a team-first mentality. A position change to the defensive line in his junior year was best for the team, as was serving on the scout team in that capacity. Peyton seized the chance to grow, learn the game at that position, and position himself to become a consistent presence there. Portions of Peyton's time here have been difficult. It's been a joy to watch him meet that adversity with humility and grace. Peyton, I'm proud of you. Next up, we have Clay Campbell, an applied health science major from Franklin, Tennessee, joined by his Tom Campbell. Coach Scott states, Clay Campbell has been a Swiss Army knife of our defensive secondary the past several years. He's played 3 different positions and practiced in even more, spending several years as a backup role before becoming a consistent starter. Off the field, Clay is a calculated and discerning teammate whose joy and perspective benefit his peers. Clay, I'm proud of you. Virgil Cannon is a business and economics major from Lake Villa, Illinois, joined by his mother, Virginia Cannon. Coach Scott says, we challenge our players to put the team ahead of themselves. No one does that better than Virgil. Whether playing limited snaps and supporting the guys on the field or playing every snap and supporting backups when they go out onto the field, Virgil's done a remarkable job putting the team first. Our 2023 team has benefited immensely from Virgil's leadership namely his selflessness. Virgil, I'm proud of you. Kristen Karstens is a business and economics major from Glen Ellen, Illinois, joined by his parents Elsa and Richard Karstens. Jesse Scott says of him, for 3 weeks this year, Thunder fans got to see a glimpse of who Kristen Karstens was as a player, an explosive running back with excellent vision whose physicality punched above his weight class. In an instant, it was gone. Though Kristen's career was met with more adversity than most, 3 seasons ended by injury, I'm proud of the consistent resilience and dedication he displayed. Both his teammates and those who have witnessed his constant resolve will do well to replicate that in their own life. Christian, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Will Eggleston, a business and economics major from Knoxville, Tennessee, joined by his parents Tommy and Catherine Eggleston. Coach Scott states, Will Eggleston has been a great leader for our team for several years now. His career has been a testament to hard work and dedication, finally getting an opportunity to compete at the beginning of this year, and then that was ended by injury. I challenge our leaders not to live in the vacuum of their own experience, a significant challenge when facing adversity. I'm proud of the way Will has done some of his best leading when his personal circumstances were most frustrating, a testament to the type of man he is. Will, I'm proud of you. Our next senior is Jonathan Engelbrecht, a business and economics major from Orange, California. Jesse Scott says, Jonathan Engelbrecht is persistent. He told me as much a couple weeks into his first semester at Wheaton, and it proved to be true. Jonathan was challenged in successful off seasons to commit his personal development. He embraced that, not only to be met with the disappointment of a torn ACL early in his junior year. That injury can define a player, but instead, Jonathan's persistence won out. He sought to embrace his circumstances and work to earn a position in our two deep. Jonathan, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Paul Fay, an elementary education major from Roscoe, Illinois, with his parents John and Michelle Fay. Jesse Scott says, Paul Fay has been a mainstay of our offensive line for the past 3 years. He's talented and a hard worker. That's obvious to his peers. Paul has made me a better coach. I hope I've helped him become a better player. He's incredibly passionate and deeply committed, wanting nothing but the best for this team since his early days on campus. Paul, I'm proud of you. Our next senior is Jason Ferlita, a Christian formation and ministry major from Rockford, Illinois. He's joined by his parents Derek Ferlita and Deborah Denker. Coach Scott says Jaden's on-field development speaks for itself. He reported to Wheaton his freshman year as an undersized interior defensive lineman and graduates an all-conference performer and one of the strongest players in our program. It's been even more exciting to be part of Jaden's personal growth and growth as a leader on our team. He's done a great job exemplifying program ideals to his peers. Jaden, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Trevor Gabriel, an elementary education major from Wheaton, joined by John and Glenna Gabriel. Jesse Scott says of him, Wheaton football fans will recognize Trevor as a mainstay of our offensive line over the past 3 seasons. Trevor will graduate as a multi-year All-American and a big factor in our success. What fans don't know is how outstanding of a man Trevor is. He was our 2022 most respected player and a consummate leader. Trevor's grown from a quiet, hardworking 18-year-old to a truly exceptional leader. Trevor, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Ian Hannafy, a biology major from Detroit, Michigan. Coach Scott states, it's a crushing reality to an athlete when just as they're starting to get opportunity, catastrophic injury happens. That's what happened last year to Ian when he tore his ACL. Ian is a physical linebacker who plays the game passionately. He labored to create opportunity, then it disappeared in an instant. Many men grow weary at this point, Instead, Ian remained the measured, calculated player he's known to be by his teammates. He's an encourager, challenger, and continues to lead by example, passionately pursuing the best each day. Ian, I'm proud of you. Then we have J.D. McKay, a history major from Floyd's Knob, Indiana. He's joined by his parents, Susan and Mark McKay, and his fiancée, Ellie Hawkins. Coach Scott mentions J.D. McKay has competed this year as a backup tight end and long snapper. He's not had any targets, no receptions, yards, or touchdowns, yet he embraces the challenge of his role, willing to do the dirty work in whatever way he's asked so that we can be successful. That resembles the way he lives, a servant willing to step up and meet needs, regardless of the personal recognition he'll gain in the process. JD, I'm proud of you. Our next senior is Elijah Nitz, a business and economics major from Rockford, Illinois, joined by his parents, Crystal and Stephen. Jesse Scott says, Elijah Nitz has always played his best football in the most critical moments. His positional flexibility led him to playing in games at 3 different positions during his time here, starting at both tackle positions over the past 2 seasons. Beyond the field, it's been a joy to be part of Elijah's growth during his career here at Wheaton. Elijah, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Skylar Piercy of Margate, Florida. He's in the Global Leadership Masters program here at Wheaton and joined by his parents, Rod and Dawn Piercy. Coach Scott says of him, Skylar Piercy is a loyal, committed teammate. As our holder and signaler, his career won't be defined by any wild statistics, though he's constantly proven to be a great teammate with a real desire to embrace and execute his role. I've been grateful for Skylar's desire to walk with younger players with a listening ear and encouraging word. He'll be remembered for his influence on the lives of his teammates. Skylar, I'm proud of you. Dakota Powell is a business and economics major from Cedar Crest, New Mexico, joined by his parents, Robert and Lita Powell. Jesse Scott states, Dakota Powell has only played in a handful of snaps this season. He was asked to serve on the scout team of a very talented wide receivers room, but his impact in our program is felt widely on our team. Dakota loves Wheaton football. He serves this team, encourages this team, and challenges this team. His focus since his first days on campus has been, how can I benefit the team, not how can the team benefit me? Dakota gives his best so that the team can be better. Dakota, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Clayton Reeves, an applied health science major from Lubbock, Texas, joined by his parents, Patrick and Holly. Coach Scott says of him, Clayton Reeves is another example of a team leader who's grown immensely during his time here. His peers selected Clayton to be a captain this offseason as someone they wanted to follow both on and off the field. On the field, Clayton is a fierce competitor. He loves contact, and his play shows that. Off the field, Clayton is a humble man whose example should be emulated. Clayton, I'm proud of you. Our next senior is J.J. Ruff, an applied health science major from Edmond, Oklahoma, joined by Theodore Ruff and Regina Smith. Jesse Scott states J.J. Ruff is renowned for how hard he works at anything he puts his mind to. He carries a 4.0 GPA as a pre-med major, is a captain of our football team, and will have the choice of where he spends his next several years in medical school. Though his capacity for achievement is great, what impresses me more is how mindful JJ is. He goes out of his way to work with younger players, seek out and pray with struggling teammates, and constantly puts the need of others before himself. JJ, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Riley Schwartz, a business and economics major from Las Vegas, Nevada, joined by his parents, Lisa and Tony Schwartz. Coach Scott says, for several reasons, Thunder fans have seen Riley Schwartz as a staple of our defensive backfield. He's labored to master his craft and his insatiable desire to compete. What fans don't see is what earned Riley the C on his chest as a captain. He has servant heart and goes out of his way to meet the needs of others on this team. Riley, I'm proud of you. Then we have Max Smith, a business and economics major from Knoxville, Tennessee, with his parents, Tom and Beverly. Jesse Scott says, Max is one of the most diligent players I know. We challenge guys to own their own preparation. Max does that. More importantly, to understand who Max Smith is as a teammate, you need to listen to his peers talk about him during senior shares on Friday evenings during football chapel. He's selfless, thoughtless, and measured. There's not a player in his class who doesn't look at Max and see a great teammate, a quiet leader who embodies what it means to be a Wheaton football player. Max, I'm proud of you. Our next senior is Ben Thorson, a Christian Reformation and ministry major from Wheaton with his parents Chad and Shauna Thorson and his wife Ann. Coach Scott states of him, Ben Thorson's career has been a great example of temperance, working diligently for a delayed good. I know there were times early in his career that Ben wanted to be on the field more. A talented quarterback room halted those plans, but he worked at it and earned the opportunity to be the signal caller this year. Ben loves his team, his leadership is felt, and we're grateful for his time wearing orange and blue. Ben, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Kean Walton of Westchester, Illinois. Kean is the marriage and family therapy program at Wheaton Grad School. He is joined by Kathleen Drain. Jesse Scott says, when I heard rumblings that Kean Walton was considering Wheaton as a return for grad school and had been training with the intent to use his last year of eligibility, I could not be more excited. His leadership and presence has helped shape our offensive line and team. He's one of the most steady people I know, and our 2023 has benefited from his decision to play again this fall, even given the strenuous demand of his grad school program. Kean, I'm proud of you. Our next senior is Jaden Watson, a business and economics major from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. He's joined by TJ Watson. Coach Scott says of Jaden, I am grateful that the Lord brought Jaden to Wheaton. He is a conscientious teammate who does a great job encouraging and mentoring younger players. We challenge our guys at the beginning of the year to root their identity in their faith in Jesus. Rooting it anywhere else is fickle, subject to many highs and lows. While Jaden's time on the field has been full of highs and lows, it's been a privilege to see Jaden embrace that identity. Jaden, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Giovanni Weeks with his parents, Chris and Michelle Weeks. Giovanni is a business economics major from Kent City, Michigan. Coach Scott says of him, Giovanni Weeks holds nearly every record there is to own as a Wheaton College running back. He's had one of the most successful careers in Wheaton history. The way Gio runs is how he lives, with everything he has all of the time. I'm particularly proud of the way Gio has grown as a leader during his time in the orange and blue. Gio, I'm proud of you. Next, we have Josh Winnett with his father, Jeff. Josh is from Milton, Georgia, and is pursuing a master's degree in biblical and theological studies. Jesse Scott says having an aspiration to join a college football team with no football experience and then successfully doing so is not easy. Josh did just this. His big leg has helped us out on our kickoff unit to be one of the most successful in the conference. Josh is a diligent worker who sees the opportunity to join our team and make an impact both on and off the field. Josh, I'm proud of you. Our final senior is Josiah Walter, a liberal arts engineering major from Grand Rapids, Michigan. He's joined by his parents, Vince and Tricia. Jesse Scott states, Josiah Walter has served our team as a backup in our secondary and trained at corner through his course in Wheaton career. Injury plagued the early portion of his career and was a source of great frustration, but after adequately recovering, Josh has worked hard to become the best player he can be and earn a spot in our two deep. Our 2023 team theme is humble and hungry. In that, I've asked our players to embrace their role for the sake of the team, to meet each day with humility and resolve. Josiah has done just this. Josiah, I'm proud of you. Let's give our Thunder seniors and their family a big hand.
best today. Be your best today. No regrets on 3. 1, 2, 3. No regrets. All good. No break.
Taking himself, and Thorson's running, and he's got open field in front of him, and this is going to be a touchdown run for...
He's going, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone.
No regrets on 3. 1, 2, 3. No regrets.
Jack's going to be chased, holds on to the football, and that is going to be brought down without a helmet all the way back into Logan.
We turn the calendar page to November and the final regular season home game here at McCauley Stadium. It's the number 12 ranked team in the land, the Wheaton Thunder, taking on their rivals from Missouri, the WashU Bears. Hello from up top alongside Noah Husted. I'm Aiden Kong. The Thunder, ever since their loss to North Central, have been on a tear, a 4-game winning streak, with the Milliken Big Blue being the latest victims. Noah, what do you like the most about the Thunder on this winning streak?
Victims is a good way to put it, as we saw the Thunder absolutely destroy the Big Blue last week with a 75-0 blowout. Blowouts have been a pretty key theme for the Thunder over these last 4 weeks, winning every game by over 35 points. The Thunder have been completely dominant in all aspects, but especially seeing the last 2 weeks.
Paris Cummings with the national anthem, member of the Wheaton College Conservatory of Music. Meanwhile, let's turn it over to the WashU Bears. They started the season 5-0, looked really strong, but they lost 2 in a row to Augustana and North Central. However, turned it around last week with a dominant win over Elmhurst. Noah, what are the Bears going to have to do to spoil the Thunder's hope at a playoff berth?
Yeah, WashU in the midst of their toughest stretch of the season, having dropped 2 of their last 3, but picking up that win last week. WashU is a ball hawk defense. They are tops in the CCIW in interceptions, but on the opposing side of that is Ben Thorson, who is only 2 games away from being the first quarterback in Wheaton College history to go the entire season without throwing an interception while starting every game. That matchup will be a key one to watch here. Last year's matchup between the Thunder and WashU was somewhat decided by a late interception thrown by WashU. So we'll see if the Thunder can look to continue avoiding those interceptions and keep that offense rolling like we've seen the last few weeks.
And you talked about Ben Thorson, the season that he has had. Not necessarily Will Bowers, but look at the numbers. 167 out of 237, has completed 70.5% of his passes, 22 touchdowns, and no turnovers. He's honestly gone from game manager to game changer at the quarterback position.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't see completion percentages like this very often. Currently, he is...
WashU has won the toss. They've elected to defer and will defend the West goal.
As we were saying, the completion percentage for Ben Thorson this year, 70.5% on pace for second best in Wheaton College single-season history, behind Will Bowers from last year. Back-to-back years of incredible production from the quarterback position, and now we'll see if they can keep that rolling against this strong WashU defense.
Absolutely beautiful weather here on Family Weekend, also Senior Day. If you're on the broadcast early, you might have heard some of the seniors being recognized for their contributions here for the Wheaton Thunder and Coach Scott. It was snowing on Tuesday, but again, just absolutely beautiful weather. Second to last regular season game for both teams. The Thunder entering this one 7-1, 6-1 in CCIW play, of course, chasing North Central, who's still undefeated at 8-0, 7-0 in the conference. North Central needs to win their final 2 games to clinch the CCIW and that auto bid. Meanwhile, for the Thunder, of course, we said they were 7-1. If they win these next 2 games, there is a good chance that they can make the playoffs, but not necessarily guaranteed that they will.
Yes, absolutely. It's they have to keep building that resume up as best as they can. All the points that they've been putting up certainly helping in that regard. But this win against WashU would be a pretty huge resume boost for the Thunder looking to get that playoff at-large bid.
And meanwhile, for WashU, probably not going to make the playoffs, but they're trying to keep their hopes alive for the Culver's Isthmus Bowl, which will likely go to the team that finishes in 3rd place. Right now, Augustana, who WashU lost to, is ahead, and if they lose this next game, likely not going to see the opportunity to play in the Isthmus Bowl compared to last year where they did make it.
Yes, since the Isthmus Bowl came into effect in 2021, the WashU Bears have been in it both years. As the kick is away.
And let's roll from McCully Field, back deep to receive. And a nice tackle's made. It was Caleb Tithering who took it, and it'll be dropped at the 19-yard line. That's where this Thunder's offense will start on the field first.
Yeah, exciting to see this Thunder offense get started. We've seen 2 all-time performances from individual players the last 2 weeks. First off, against Carroll, Caleb Titherington set the single game record with 5 receiving touchdowns in that game. Then next week with Milliken, Giovanni Weeks ties the single season rushing touchdown record with 4 in a single game touchdown record. See if we can get another record-breaking performance today.
Off the play fake, here is Thorson looking to throw in his first pass, lobs it downfield, and the pass is going to be caught across the 40 and still going and all the way down to the 45-yard line.
Good to get Seth Kortenhoven involved right away. The sophomore receiver out of Wheaton North picks up a nice 15-yard gain to start, and we're going to see that passing game really put this Bears defense to the test.
8 catches, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns last week against Milliken, and it'll be a stretch run now with Giovanni Weeks following his blockers. Weeks into WashU territory and finally brought down, but not before getting a nice play there.
Weeks is explosive and also a physical runner. That's why he's been so good. Right here, not his biggest run, and yet still it's 7 yards, which is huge to have just such a consistent running game for the Thunder. He's averaging over 6 yards per carry. It's been unbelievable.
Also crossed the 1,000 mark for the 3rd consecutive season, 14 rushing touchdowns so far. Here's Thorson far side. That pass is going to be caught, and he hooks up with Caleb Titherington, who you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, Titherington finding the open space here in the zone defense. Thorson has all day to throw it with this offensive line's protection for him. Just hits him right on the sideline. Nothing that the WashU defense can do there.
Then Thorson completing nearly 70% of his passes. Titherington 6 touchdowns, tied with Ben Bonga and Seth Kornhoven for the most touchdowns on the team. It's now 1st down and 10 from the 38 opening drive. 4th play of the drive, and they'll hand it off Giovanni Weeks. And Weeks able to get across the 35-yard line, stood up by that WashU defense, and the tackle made by Riley Merrigan.
Yeah, WashU here gets a lot of pressure from that nose tackle. WashU's primarily running a 3-4 defense, so they have a lot of linebacker pressure that they're going to be sending, which this time helps bring Weeks down, but not before a 5-yard gain.
2nd down and 5 with under 13 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. And once again, another handoff for Giovanni Weeks. Weeks able to break a tackle. He's still going, and he's brought down to the 25-yard line, but not before getting another 1st down for the Thunder.
Just marching down the field here. We'll see on this replay, Weeks gets the ball, and there's a massive hole there. That's part of the difficulty with a 3-4, is if your linebackers aren't able to hit that hole quickly, there's so much open space for a running back like Weeks to fly through.
And for this Thunder offense and Coach Scott, we know they want to establish the run. They're one of the best teams in terms of running the football course, one of the best running backs in all of Division III with Giovanni Weeks. From the 25-yard line now, here is Thorson looking to throw pressure from the outside. Ben Thorson, he goes down. The sack made there by Riley Merrigan, who had a sack on the season. Now that's his second of the season.
Yeah, this Thunder offense has done an exceptional job at limiting sacks. Just the second fewest sacks allowed this season, compared with WashU, who's really struggled in that category. But right there, that 3-4 defense, you get the blitz off the outside, off of Thorson's blind side, and the Thunder offensive line couldn't quite recover in time.
Loss of 7, the junior out of San Diego, California, making the play. Now from the 32, a draw play will be Giovanni Weeks looking for some space. There goes Weeks, still going. Giovanni Weeks lowering the shoulder right near the first down sticks.
That is a fun run to watch right there. Has the speed to break it to the outside and then finishes it by running over a man. We'll see Weeks off the draw play. The linebackers all go back into pass coverage, gives Weeks a lot of open space, breaks it outside, and then he just hit sticks number 30 there to finish the rush.
3rd down and 2 now for the Thunder, one of the best 3rd down offenses in the league. In fact, 2nd in the CCIW, 17th in all of Division III. Still opening drive that started from their own 19-yard line. Seth Kornhoven in motion. And it will be a give to Weeks right up the middle. Giovanni Weeks keeps the chains moving, and another 1st down for the Thunder.
It's a great open field tackle there to save the touchdown. Yeah, Henry Brown gets the open space, and then we see the linebacker come through, just make the cornerback, that's Bradley Hamilton, the all-conference player from last year, making a shoestring tackle to save the touchdown.
Henry Brown is still in the game. Of course, replaces Christian Carson, who went down with that devastating injury, but so far Brown has done really well this season. As the Thunder operating out of 21 personnel. And the give is to Brown before being tripped up. Very minimal gain there for him.
Yeah, that time just couldn't quite get the open hole. We have a zone play here. Correction, that's a power play with the pulling guard, but we saw Nicholas Beard not quite quick enough to open up that hole. Gets a little too clogged up. That's a tough play to run as an offensive lineman. On a power play with that pulling guard in this specific defense, they have to provides an opportunity. If you can get to that linebacker, you have a ton of open space, but the speed differential between a linebacker and a 280-pound offensive guard it's there.
2nd down and goal now from the Thunder last week, pretty much perfect in the red zone. When they got into it, they pretty much scored at will. Here's Thorson looking through for the end zone. The pass is going to be incomplete. Unable to make the grab is Ben Bonga, looking for his 7th touchdown of the season.
It's an exceptional play fake here. As we see, it looks so much like a power read with that receiver flying across, faking the block, and meanwhile you have a wide open Bonga, but just couldn't quite bring it in. It's I think probably a great job getting a hand in from the corner to break it up.
WashU struggled so far, but would love to get a stop here and only force a field goal. It's 3rd down and goal from the 8. Giovanni Weeks in the ball game. Seth Kornhoven to the bottom of your screen. They go in the single back formation. Ben Jeska now to motion. They fake it. Here's Thorson looking to throw a pass. It's going to be deflected though, and it's going to be incomplete. A beautiful play being made by Henry Murr, the freshman defensive lineman out of Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, Murr here coming off as that outside linebacker today. Makes a great athletic play to save what's probably a touchdown there if that's complete. Thorson on the roll out there, it's basically one-on-one between Murr and him. If he can complete that pass, it's in the end zone.
So after a promising opening drive, the Thunder forced to settle for a field goal with Mateo Jesh, the sophomore out of Fishers, Indiana. It'll be about a 25-yard chip shot to put the Thunder on the board first. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way, right through the crossbars, and it is good. So the Thunder do come away with points on their opening drive, albeit a field goal, and it's 3-0 Thunder.
Yeah, so we'll now get to see, we may have a flag on the play. See what happens here.
Personal foul, block below the waist. 75 on the offense. 15-yard penalty, repeat, 4th down.
So they're going to make them opt to try another field goal, as that was Sean Cisco who's guilty of the call. So to push the field goal back, and we'll see if Mateo Jesh has the leg. So take the 3 points off, and another field goal try.
Yeah, this gets certainly more interesting from this distance. We're looking at about a 30. Oh, it's still marching back. All right, let's see here.
And the referee still trying to place the ball.
Right about a 40-yard field goal. Jesh's longest of the year so far is only 35, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, 6 of 8 on the year. This definitely out of his range and would be a career long for Jesh. And still no problem. Oh no, it's no good.
Had the leg, but not quite the accuracy there as it goes wide right. And after a strong opening drive, the Bears defense bends but does not break, and Jesh isn't quite able to pick up the field goal after the penalty. So now the WashU Bears offense is going to come onto the field, led by quarterback Matt Rush, but the pass rush has been a problem for him so far this year. As we mentioned earlier, second most sacks in the CCIW. So we'll see if that pass rush for the Thunder can bring it to him today.
So Rush and the offense will start from the 23, and it will be a give all the way near the 25-yard line. That was Kenneth Hamilton, one of those running backs that the WashU Bears like to use.
Yeah, second team all-conference last year for Hamilton. Leads the team in rushes and rushing yards. Has 4 rushing touchdowns on the year. He's their primary back and kind of a bruiser.
5 carries, 60 yards, and 2 touchdowns last week in the 66-0 win against Elmers. Here is Rush. Look at throw. He's got Goldberg. Colin Goldberg all the way near midfield. A huge passing play for WashU.
Yeah, finds a hole in the defense here. So we'll see on the replay. Has just enough time to get it off. And it looks like Virgil Cannon didn't pick up the crosser right there. And then the left chasing him down. Just a huge gain for the Bears to start it off.
So all the way at their own 49-yard line, Matt Rush entering this game with the 4th most passing yards in WashU history. And another handoff goes. It will be Hamilton. Kenneth Hamilton all the way now into Thunder territory, taking it to about the 44-yard line.
Virgil Cannon has a nice blitz here, but he's just tripped up at the last second. He would have had a tackle for loss there. Instead, it goes for a huge gain on first down.
It'll be officially a gain of 7. We go back to Matt Rush. 4th most passing yards in WashU history. He only needs 211 yards to pass Thor Larson for the 3rd most passing yards in Bears history. 2nd down and 3. Here's Rush on a blitz. Throws near side. That pass is caught. Colin Hoya comes up with the reception. Only his 16th catch of the season. Rather, his 25th catch of the season.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of pressure early from the Thunder trying to get to the quarterback here. Had 2 linebackers blitz on that play. And he, once again, with the running back staying back to help block, gets it off just before those defenders hit him in the face. And they pick up another first down.
Was quiet last week against Elmers, but quickly getting a catch right there. First down is a bad snap. And Hamilton just has to fall on it back at the 45-yard line. Disaster there for WashU.
Yeah, those are potential drive killers right there. Just a fumbled snap into the handoff. Hamilton does a great job to just fall on it and not turn it over, but just completely changes the drive as they go from marching down the field consistently to now a 2nd and very long.
And Peter Johannick of the Thunder was really close to getting that fumble recovery, but WashU able to pounce on it. So loss of 4, 2nd down and 14, under 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And it will be a run, and it will be Hamilton looking for some space. Swarm of Thunder there to make the play, as you had Adrian Verdick, one of them, to make it. There's also a flag, by the way, on the far side, right near the 32-yard line. So the men in zebra going to check what this one is against.
See, after long discussion, what they end up calling here. Generally, you'll see a holding call in this scenario, but
You see the referees also talking to Coach Scott, so if any indication, it looks like it's against WashU.
We got 2 fouls on the play, one on both teams. We have an unsportsmanlike conduct, number 1 on the defense. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 84 on the offense. Those are their first unsportsmanlike conducts for disqualification.
As it goes
Result of the play, 3rd down.
It goes against Riley Schwartz of the Thunder and Gabriel Sirik of the Bears.
Interesting. So we've got the corner matched up with the receiver there. Sirik is the Bears' top receiver in receptions and yards, matched up with one of the Thunder's best defensive backs. Now they're going to, nope, they are going to keep them matched up one-on-one here. See how that matchup plays out.
It's 3rd down and 10. WashU in their 66-0 win. Really only negative is that they were not good on 3rd down. They were only 2 of 8. But they did not have to face 3rd down that often. Coach Nightingale of the Thunder showing pressure. Hamilton coming back into the backfield. Play clock at 0 as a flag on the play.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Yeah, once again, Matt Rush here trying to read all the pressure that's coming in as the Thunder have been sending it every single play. That time it looked like Virgil Cannon and probably McClung as well, coming off both edges. Tries to see that and get ready, but then clock runs out on you.
And we know that Coach Nightingale, he loves to bring pressure, especially on 3rd down, make the quarterback's time, mental clock go up and force a quick throw. It's 3rd down and officially 15. Here's Rush, going to throw it underneath. It's caught by Goldberg. Colin Goldberg able to slip a tackle. He's got the 1st down. What a play. Yards after the grab for Goldberg.
Just an exceptional bubble screen right there from the Bears. You see, first of all, the first block right there by the receiver is really key for that play to hit at all. And then he sheds the tackle from Johnny Eller, the Thunder middle linebacker and leading tackler. And then he has just enough speed to break it past the chains.
So at the Thunder 29-yard line, WashU, if they want to pull off this upset, they know they have to get on the scoreboard quickly and put pressure on the Thunder's offense. And it'll be a handoff. Hamilton looking for some space. And Hamilton shoved out of bounds as the play being made. One of those guys, Caleb McClung.
Yeah, this time that pressure finally comes through. McClung blitzes that B gap, and he's there to make the tackle right away. Hamilton doesn't quite have enough speed to separate himself, and McClung pulls him out for a tackle for loss.
WashU so far this season averaging 38.8 points a game in terms of yards per game, 395, 169 rushing yards, as well as 226 passing yards. All those near in the top of the division. 2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1. That pass on the far side, it's going to be caught and will be brought down at about the 25-yard line.
It's a great job of gang tackling from the Thunder, but it was also a vicious stiff arm. We'll see on the replay here, that is Gabe Sirik making the catch and just leveling Virgil Cannon before he's brought down by about 9 Thunder players.
So it's now 3rd down and 6 for WashU on the season, 40% conversion rate. Would love to continue this drive. It'll be about over a 40-yard field goal if they don't get anything here. Here is Rush, throws it underneath, and the pass is going to be caught. It's going to be Kenneth Hamilton who picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Just getting yourself into the flat from Hamilton. Does a nice little juke move on the route to get McClung to bite. Has enough space on the far side of the field. Thunder are going to need to figure something out here because the Bears have gotten a lot of quick passes off to stay away from the pressure that they've been sending.
That's doing a lot of quick bubble screens, quick slant routes. Get the ball out of Matt Rush's hands. Hoya in motion, and it'll be a handoff. And nowhere really go for Fred Ware, who comes into the ballgame. That Thunder's defense vicious.
Yeah, absolutely. The Thunder here, once again, getting a lot of pressure, this time from the defensive line, and then it's enough to make Ware hesitate for a moment. And once you do that, Virgil Cannon's speed is allowing him to explode through and make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 10 after no gain. Ware stays in the ball game from the 16-yard line. Here is Rush. 4-man pressure. He's going to step up in the pocket. Matt Rush going to take off. He's got nearly a 1st down as he takes it inside the 10.
Watch on the replay here. This looks like it's, yeah, he has one read, and he sees that McClung has his running back covered. From there, he has enough open space thanks to some solid.
Officials timeout for a measurement.
So we'll look at the chains here. Great job from the second team all-conference guard for WashU, Mark Charnot, the senior this year. Does a great job of just turning the defensive tackle just on the outside, leaves that A-gap open for Rush to rush through.
Officials are measuring to see whether Rush got the first down or not. While they're measuring, we talked about earlier that WashU, they started the season 5-0, 44.8 points per game, averaging 436 yards, 197 rushing yards, and only having 2 turnovers. But in those losses to Augustana as well as North Central, they did not really perform well.
All right, so it'll be 3rd and inches now. See what the Thunder defense has in store here. Most likely, WashU goes for a rush here, which the Thunder would, I would expect the Thunder to send a lot of pressure. They've been doing it all game already. There we go, as they get the spot.
And if you are Matt Rush and Coach Keene, would you potentially consider this 4-down territory? If we don't get on 3rd down, we're just going to try to go for on 4th down anyways.
I think almost definitely. They need a touchdown. Field goals aren't going to win this game. But they have, they do have an exceptional kicker for sure. But this seems like a pretty key opportunity that they need to score a touchdown on this first drive.
So literally 3rd down and inches. You have Fred Ware, who's in the game. Thunder fans on their feet here at McCauley Stadium. It's family weekend. There's a lot more fans in attendance as they take on their rivals from Missouri. Out of the pistol, here's Rush. He's going to throw for the end zone. The pass is going to be caught.
Yeah, there was a ton of pressure there, and they took advantage, finding Hoyta for his 2nd touchdown of the year. It's a one-on-one matchup with all that pressure you're sending, and you hope that your guy can be a little bit better. But in that case, quick pass off to Hoyta, who just high points the ball, does a great job bringing it in.
For Colin Hoya, his 2nd touchdown of the season. The only other time he scored a touchdown was against North Park, and how about that for WashU? Getting the stop on defense. Mateo Jess misses the field goal, and then WashU comes back, storms on their opening drive, and he'll punch it in with Colin Hoya. An early 7-0 lead for WashU.
Yeah, Thunder going to need to figure out a way to back now after giving up that opening drive touchdown. We saw some pretty good gains on their first opening drive, of course. Just stalled out right in the red zone. But I would expect them to try to go back to that passing offense that they had some pretty good success on. Try to keep finding Bonga, Titherington, Kortenhoven in that open spots up the middle of the field. And, of course, they can always rely on the all-world Giovanni Weeks to pick up those mid-range 2nd and 3rd downs that they potentially face.
As that touchdown catch by Hoya caps off a 13-play drive, 77 yards that ends in that touchdown. Again, if WashU, they want to pull off this upset, they need to score quick, put pressure on Ben Thorson, and take the Thunder out of their rhythm. They're looking really good. Again, WashU, they also have something to fight for, the Culver's Isthmus Bowl, as well as the fact that they lost to Augustana, so odds are against them. And here is the return. It's going to be Jack Allen, who gets about a neutral return up to the 25-yard line, and we'll now see the Thunder offense take the field for their 2nd drive with 2:31 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Thunder offense coming back onto the field. I would expect that they want to start out hot, try to find, similar to the last drive, some open space in the middle. See if they can get the ball into the hands of their big playmakers like Bonga or Titherington here.
Ben Bonga, 4 catches, 99 yards last week against Milliken. And it'll be a give to Giovanni Weeks. And he stood up, a crowd of WashU players there to make the tackle.
A lot of congestion here as WashU sends both middle linebackers. There's not a great hole for Giovanni Weeks to hit. So he's still able to manage about 3 yards with a good physical run. Make it second and medium.
Yeah, Ben Juska to the bottom of your screen. Interesting matchup to see whether they want to exploit it. And now Juska in motion. And there'll be a stretch run. It'll be Giovanni Weeks. He's got the first down. All the way across the 40. That's the power of Giovanni Weeks, the ability to slish and slash all the way forward.
Yeah, we have that power read play here. Juska acts as a lead blocker to take out the outside linebacker. Gives Weeks plenty of room to run there. We saw the Thunder run a fake power read earlier when they almost had the touchdown. This time they go for it for real, and the linebacker is blasted by the tight end.
Weeks now 4 carries, 35 yards early in the first quarter. Here is Thorson trying to thread the needle on the pass. It's going to be caught. Seth Kornhoven climbs the imaginary ladder and takes it all the way into Bears territory.
That's the long pass we were looking for. Kortenhoven beats his man here on a nice post route, and it's just in between on that cover 2, between the corner chasing and the safety help. It's a great game for the Thunder. And just exceptional accuracy once again from Ben Thorson, which has been his calling card all year.
And Kornhoven knew he was going to get drilled by Andrew Dotson as well as Joseph Norris, but still to make that play, it's a delay handoff to Giovanni Weeks, who's able to make the most out of that run as he takes it, looks like inside the 30.
High snap that almost works as a direct snap to Weeks here. He's able to just take it on a broken play, pick up a good solid chunk of yards. On a broken play, you're honestly just looking to not lose yardage.
Officials timeout for injury to the defense.
To gain 4 yards on a play like that is huge.
Injured player for WashU. As the Thunder and the Bears regrouping with 50 seconds left to go in the first quarter. What's interesting to know is that for both Wheaton and WashU, entering with coaches who are in their 4th year, of course, Coach Scott, 25-6 in his 4 years. Coach Keene also in his 4th year. And coming back from Eastern Michigan University, coming to coach his alma mater. Of course, now has not made it to the playoffs, but again, a really consistent program, has gotten, as you said, to the Culver's Isthmus Bowl. And trying to go back for the 3rd consecutive season. It's now 2nd down and 7, under 40 seconds to go. Here is Thorson, fires, and the pass is going to be complete. Seth Kornhoven is still going. And he's right near the first down 6. They might give it to him.
Yeah, Thorson once again here. This time sending pressure from both the essentially right side linebackers, the outside and the middle. Leaves enough space for Thorson to find Kortenhoven for that quick out on the outside, just enough for the first down.
The play clock is ahead of the game clock, so the Thunder will have to snap one more play before the end of the first quarter. And for Kortenhoven, his 2nd grab on the drive. And it'll be a give. It'll be Weeks right up the middle. WashU stands strong. Little gain there for Giovanni Weeks, as that should bring us to the end of the first quarter. And it's the WashU Bears.
That's the end of the first quarter.
On the road and underdogs leading the 12th ranked Wheaton Thunder 7-0 here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
So, as we enter the second quarter here, we will see in a moment about some scores from around the CCIW. Quick recap of the game so far. We've seen the Thunder have 2 strong drives on offense, but the first stalled out, and the second, we're just approaching the red zone now. WashU in their 1 drive, able to just punch it in with a quick pass from about the 5-yard line out.
And let's go around the CCIW. Carroll currently leading the winless Milliken Big Blue 7-0 start of the second quarter there. Carthage and Augustana still knotted up at 0 apiece. North Central quickly pouncing on Illinois Wesleyan. They lead 27-6 with about 1:40 left to go in the first quarter. And of course, North Park and Elmhurst. North Park at 4-4 leading the Elmhurst Blue Jays 7-0. And also Timothy Financial Council is proud to support Wheaton College Athletics. Their offices in Wheaton and Chicago have financial planners who are very invested in the Wheaton community and want to help clients plan for the future. Interested in learning more about how hourly financial planning can help you? Check out their website at timothyfinancial.com, and it'll be a handoff to Giovanni Weeks. And Weeks still going inside the 10. Look at that power from Weeks.
Keeps those legs churning. He's averaging over 7 yards per carry today so far, and we see why here. Even when there's a lot of pressure there, as we saw that outside linebacker come flying in, doesn't matter. He's so strong. The legs don't stop, and he just keeps marching forward for another 6+ yard gain.
So it's now first down and goal from the 8. Thunder got in the red zone, weren't able to get anything. Giovanni Weeks, not as much gain right there. He was trapped in the backfield, able to make the most out of it, though.
Yeah, the Thunder run a trap play here, power play here, but we see the outside linebacker, I believe, come flying off the edge. The pulling guard is supposed to hit that player, but more downfield. And so he's not ready for that blitz off the edge, and they're able to bring Weeks down in the backfield.
Yeah, it was Barrett Glass, the freshman out of Germantown, Tennessee, who was able to quickly get penetration. So now second and goal from the 6. And it'll be Thorson trying to keep it himself. Ben Thorson dragged down inside the 5, but a nice tackle is made by Matthew Schmall.
Option play here, trying to potentially get Weeks out in open space, but the defensive end, actually outside linebacker for a 3-4 defense, Henry Murr, does an exceptional job there of just staying under control, doing his job. He waits back, forces Thorson to make the decision, and so then Thorson has to keep it himself, and he has nowhere to go.
It's now third down and goal from the 3. I know, do you potentially see the Thunder going for it on fourth down, albeit if it's not a sack?
Almost definitely, unless there's a sack here.
It'll be Thorson rolling to his left. He throws to Weeks. Giovanni Weeks not going to get there. Great tackle is made by Waju and Ryan Shamalki, who brings up fourth down.
Yeah, they try to get Weeks out in open space here, but the Shamalki, the safety, does a great job of just playing at his exact level. He's playing 5 yards deep, waiting for the play to develop there. And once Weeks has the ball, he just rallies to the football and does a nice tackle.
And Noah, you said that they were going for it on fourth down, and that is exactly what they're going to do. They're 6 of 14 on fourth down conversions. Here is Thorson. He throws the pass. It's going to be caught for the touchdown.
Caleb Titherington's going to take the lead for the team lead for receiving touchdowns here with his 7th on the year. Get a nice rollout play with trips. You've got so much space to the outside there with the wide hashes in college football. And this time it's Titherington just using his speed to break on the out route. He's matched up with a linebacker who's not able to keep up, and they have a wide open touchdown for Thorson to Titherington.
And that caps off a 9-play drive that started from their own 25-yard line. And what a response for the Thunder after the Wheaton defense gave up a touchdown on their opening drive. Meanwhile, a flag on the play as well. As the referee is sorting out who this one's against.
Personal foul, illegal block below the waist, 96 on the offense, 15-yard penalty, repeat the try.
So once again, forcing
the kick to go a lot farther back once again. This is something that Coach Scott, as we can see, Coach Scott frustrated on the sidelines, yelling at the official. Something that the Thunder are going to need to have figured out here. Can't keep giving up free yardage on these kicks. Especially, the Thunder have Mateo Jesh, who's done a great job this year, but doesn't have the strongest leg like you'd see in a Division I game. So this is still certainly in his range. 35, which he has made earlier this year, but they need to figure out how to limit these penalties on special teams.
So let's see if Mateo Jesh can now get it. And he does exactly that. So no problems from 35 yards out. And we are all knotted up at 7 apiece with 12:35 left to go here in the first half. And how about Caleb Titherington, as you mentioned, now 7 touchdowns, and talked about the performance that he had against Carroll. 8 catches, $113, 5 touchdowns, which broke the Wheaton record for the most touchdowns in a game. That was Mark Lefter's record, as well as Teddy Watkins' record, who had 4 touchdowns in a game. And this Thunder's receiving duo of Ben Bonga, Caleb Tinderington, as well as Seth Corno, it's been deadly for the CCIW to deal with.
It has. It just providing Thorson with so many options to work with is why he's had so much success this year. You have 3 different receivers who can all beat you in all aspects. They all have exceptional speed and route running to get themselves open, and that's why he spread the wealth so much. Coming into the game, all 3 of the top 3 receivers had 6 receiving touchdowns, and now Titherington takes the lead, but I imagine that Bonga and Kortenhoven are looking to even that up once again.
Yeah, Bonga so far not a catch, but does lead the team in catches as well as receiving yards, which breaks last season's personal record. And here comes the return now for WashU, and still going, and about a neutral return up to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. We'll see WashU's offense come back out onto the field.
Yeah, Kenneth Hamilton makes a few men miss, but ultimately, mostly for naught, about the same as it would have been if it was a touchback. Maybe gets to the 26 instead of the 25. So WashU's offense comes back onto the field, probably looking to follow the same formula that worked so well last time, as we see Rush ready in the pocket.
And here is Rush. He's going to set up a screen with Colin Goldberg. Had to go back to get it, and very little gain there. That Wheaton defense stepping up as Dimitri Cannon making the play.
Yeah, they try to run another screen pass here. This time, Cannon recognizes it immediately. Receiver has his block on the corner, but Cannon comes flying down from his safety position to make a tackle for just 1 yard gain on that.
And you saw Matt Rush, who was kind of hesitating to throw that pass, but by the time he did it, Cannon was there to meet him. So only a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 now, operating out of the shotgun. Here is Rush looking to throw. He fires, and the pass over the middle is going to be caught. It's Collins Goldberg who comes up with the reception, his 4th catch on the game.
Yeah, the Thunder sending pressure here. Clayton Reeves with a head full of steam, but he's not able to get there in time, and instead that space in the middle is opened up for another quick gain from the WashU Bears.
So now from the 41-yard line, tied up at 7 apiece for Matt Rush. And it'll be a handoff. It'll be Fred Ware, and a really nice gain, nearly getting to the 1st down marker.
Yeah, Ware with a quick, explosive run here. We'll see, he gets the handoff. The hole opens up late, and he just is too quick for McClung, the weak side backer, to make the stop right at the line of scrimmage, and instead he picks up about 7.
And WashU probably doing their homework. They probably watched the Augustana game as well as the North Central game. The Thunder defense really struggling in terms of being able to stop the run. So not a surprise to see WashU stay committed to the run. Here is Rush hit as he released the pass to the far side. It's going to be caught by Colin Hoytya, who already has a touchdown in this game, as he moves the chains for a 1st down.
What a blitz from Clayton Reeves here. Doesn't quite get there in time, but he delivers a solid hit onto Matt Rush. And we see Hoytya there along the open sideline. In the zone defense, that's somewhat your hole. You can't cover everywhere, and so able to just take advantage of that for a short game, but enough for the 1st down.
Now operating inside of Thunder territory at the 42. Here is Rush on an RPO, and the pass is caught by Goldberg, but a really nice tackle is made. I believe it's Dimitri Cannon once again.
Yeah, Dimitri Cannon makes a great read here. Linebackers all coming in on the rush potential. Matt Rush is just barely able to get the ball off in time, and Cannon flies down the field. He's doing an exceptional job of reading those short pass plays and just flying down from the top. His job is nothing deep, but once the ball is thrown, he's got to rally to it, and he's doing a great job so far.
And they call him Tiger as his nickname. 13 tackles on the season, and the pass nearly picked off as Kenneth Hamilton was trying to make the grab, tipped it, and almost got intercepted there by Clay Campbell.
Clay Campbell looking for his 1st career interception. Not Matt Rush's best pass here. And Campbell just about a half second away from turning it the other way.
So now brings up 3rd down and 6 for WashU. What does Coach Keene and the Bears have lined up? Extra man on the rush. Here is Rush. He's going to step up the pocket. He's going to try to run for it. And this is going to be an awfully close spot. Not sure if the refs are going to give it to him or if he does have the first down.
See where they spot it here.
Of course, the Thunder saying that he did not get it.
They're going to give him a tough spot here. Looks like he'll be short, so they'll have to go for it on 4th down potentially. This is probably a little too far outside of the kicker's range, and with 4th and inches like this, I would expect for them to go for it once again.
Yeah, it'd be about a 51-yard field goal. And for WashU on the season, 4 of 10 on 4th down conversions. And once again, that Thunder crowd, Riken's Rowdies on their feet. And a timeout is taken by Coach Team. They want to talk it over.
Yeah, 4th and
Timeout. Washington University, their first of the half.
4th and 2 is an interesting spot for him here. Last time we saw them with a real short inches play like this, they obviously went for the quick pass, but that was in the red zone. This time, they've had some pretty solid success from the running game so far this drive. I would expect them to try to replicate that. Just a quick hitting rush play from either Hamilton or Ware. Both have done a pretty solid job. Thunder defensive line going to be put to the test here, see if they can break through any of those blocks and make a tackle in the backfield.
What's interesting to know is, again, WashU, they started the season 5-0. They were dominant offensively, and then they played Augustana as well as North Central. They struggled. They had 3 turnovers against Augustana. Then were held to 196 yards, 71 yards in the first half against the Cardinals. But you saw that matchup against Elmer's, 411 yards, 281 yards rushing, as well as 7 rushing touchdowns. They were back to form. Of course, had themselves another tough challenge against the Thunder, trying to avoid their 3rd loss of the season. It's 4th down and 2. Empty backfield, by the way. And now Hamilton comes back in. They'll bring pressure. Here is Rush. Lobs it down the sideline, and the pass is going to be caught. Oh, my goodness, what a catch.
Shows what I know. They said if this worked the first time, why not do it again? 4th and short, they go for the deep pass. And this time it's matched with it being an empty set like it was. You have Clayton Reeves, the linebacker, matched up with the receiver, and they use that speed advantage to their advantage. Throws up a high ball, and he's able to bring it down inside the 10 now.
It was Gabriel Sirik who made the grab. He's at the bottom of your screen. What a play. 1st down and goal now from the 8. Goldberg on the orbit motion, and a handoff goes to Hamilton as he takes it, looks like, to the 5-yard line.
Another solid run from Hamilton here. They've got a lot of misdirection going on with one receiver moving in motion pre-snap and another tight end going around like it's a power play on the opposite side just to hit it up the middle with the rush, trying to get the linebackers confused, but didn't fool Clayton Reeves that time as he makes the play fairly quickly.
And if you're on offense, typically motion does help out a quarterback deciphering whether it's man defense or zone defense. Also get your receivers in space. 2nd down and go. Here's Rush looking for the end zone. 2 receivers in the area as that pass falls incomplete. It was Goldberg who got a paw on it, but it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, Rush has an open man here up the middle. Just throws it a little too high. As we see here, yeah, he has Goldberg in the back of the end zone open, as you mentioned, if he's able to just zip that a little bit lower. But with the pressure, he's just a little happy feet, throws it high. And Thunder are happy to see that as it's now 3rd down.
From the 5-yard line, 3rd down and goal. Here is Rush looking to throw for the end zone once again. Pass incomplete, though, as it was intended for Colin Hoya, looking for his 2nd touchdown. It looks like it was Max Wilson in coverage deterring all that.
Yeah, great job from Wilson here. Doesn't turn his head around, but there's no call for a pass interference. He's not grabbing him at all. Pass is a little too high, and now the WashU Bears get their turn for a field goal.
It'll be Chris Verman on a 22-yard field goal. Line drive, and the kick is good, so WashU back on top. 10-7. So good job by the Thunder's defense. Of course, the Bears were moving the ball down the field, but able to stop them into the red zone and only force a field goal attempt.
Yeah, they're absolutely happy with that. After the way the drive started, as they were marching down the field, forcing the Bears to just a field goal, it's a big win for the Thunder defense there, getting their offense back onto the field. which has done a pretty phenomenal job of driving down the field themselves. So we see Coach Scott talking with the officials, seeming very unhappy with some of the penalty calls, especially on special teams so far.
And we were talking about this Thunder's offense in the last 4 games, which have all been wins. They've averaged nearly 60 points a game, 515 yards per game, as well as 221 yards rushing, as well as 293 yards passing. They've been dominant so far. Ever since losing to North Central, a lot of credit, of course, goes to Giovanni Weeks, this offensive line, and Trevor Gabriel, as well as Paul Fay. And, of course, Ben Thorson, who's played like a superstar. We said he's not Will Bowers, but he's been more than a game manager. You can't call him a game manager, given the fact that he's carried the team. And you look at Noah Kim throwing for 6 touchdowns. As that will go out of bounds, it's going to be a flag, and the Thunder are going to start from their own 35-yard line.
Kickoff out of bounds. Washington University. That ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line, first down.
Interesting strategy there from Wash U. Their kicker certainly has the leg. He has 13 touchbacks already this year, but probably trying to just keep it away from the Thunder's main return men. And this time the ball bounces out of bounds, so Thunder get some good field position to start it off, 35-yard line.
It'll be Ben Thorson, 6 of 8, 72 yards and a touchdown early on here in the first half. And operating out of the shotgun. And he'll hand it off. It'll be Giovanni Weeks powering his way across the 40. Just big gain after big gain. Those 5-yard chunks really helping out Wheaton.
Yeah, it looks like Eli Shereshevich gets away with a little face mask here. But the Thunder offense just relying on Weeks. That's what you can do. You know that he's consistently going to get you those 5-yard gains. You can just ride that down the field. That's all you need. You don't need huge gains every play, just consistent movement.
Already 70 yards on 10 carries for Giovanni Weeks. It's going to be a free play, and Thorson, he's going to air it out, dialing up the deep ball as a pass is going to be incomplete. It was intended for Ben Bonga, but there was a flag. It looks like it's going to be against the defense.
Yeah, free play, you always go for that deep shot in case you can hit it. That time, Bonga was double covered, but again, no downside to looking for the deep ball.
Offsides. Defense. Number 72. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
So, now, the Thunder with a new set of downs here, I would expect, looking to continue relying on Weeks. That's a great first down play just to move a good 5 to 8 yards. He's averaging today over 7 yards per carry, so it's a good way to start any drive.
And if you're watching, you want to try to stop Giovanni Weeks, do you perhaps consider loading the box, play more cover 1 to try to deter the Thunder from running? And it will be a give. Giovanni Weeks. Oh, he was almost a yard breaking. Now a fumble on the play. Wash U says they have it, but looks like he's ruled down.
Yeah, they're going to rule him down. We'll watch on the replay here to see. And that ball was out, I think, before the knees were down. But they don't have a replay here at the Division III level, so the Thunder are going to hold on to that football.
Wow.
Now, you mentioned loading up the box to stop Weeks. Certainly, I think they're trying to. They're sending a lot of pressure from those middle linebackers here. But the danger of doing that is with speed receivers like the Thunder have, those open crossers up the middle go for big gains.
So a phantom 7-yard run here is Thorson going to lob it downfield wide open. Seth Kornhoven left his man behind like road runs from Looney Tunes. Touchdown Thunder, 52 yards.
Now that is what we love to see right there. We mentioned that Kortenhoven wanted to get back to even on that touchdown lead, and that was a fantastic play right there. And there are no flags. Great for the Thunder. After the extra point, we'll get to watch this replay of Kortenhoven absolutely dusting his defender for a wide open touchdown.
Yeah, entering this game, as you said, 5 touchdowns, 531 yards. Him, Bonga, and Tetherington making a really dangerous trio. As the extra point, it is good. And so the Thunder quickly strike back-to-back drives now with a touchdown. and it's in courtesy of Seth Kornhoven.
Yeah, we'll see on this replay here. Great block from Geo Weeks. And then just a long crosser. They have essentially two posts. One's more of a short post, which was Kortenhoven. The other, the deep one, is Bonga. The safety has to stay back off of Bonga, and that leaves the linebacker and corner to be relied on to cover Kortenhoven. And neither of them have the speed or the awareness to see it right away. And once he gets one step on you, he's way too far gone.
Ben Thorson now his 22nd touchdown pass. Again, no turnovers for Thorson. He's been exceptional so far this season. And it puts Thunder Wheaton with the lead, 14-10 now with 6:05 left to go here on Family Weekend. It is the final home regular season game. The Thunder will play North Park in their season finale. And while WashU, they will take on Carroll in their final home game. Both will be played on November 11th. And almost fumbling the return, but still able to get it. And because of that fumble, WashU are going to start from inside their own 20.
That is a great thing for the Thunder defense right now. Coming off of a scoring drive, you want to keep that momentum. Great way to start that off is forcing WashU into some bad field position to start it off. WashU in general has done a pretty good job on the return game this year. Average start line for them, 35-yard line, but this time they've got a lot longer of a field as they're on the 14.
It's now first down and 10, 5:59 left to go. Here is Matt Rush looking to fire over the middle. He's got Goldsberg. Collins Goldsberg still going across the 30, right near the 40-yard line. A good play there to really get it outside of their own end zone.
Yeah, we see both. We see the outside linebacker blitzing once again, and then it's Lawson Hagler matched up against Goldberg, as you mentioned. Yeah, we've seen a lot of just one-on-one matchups, at least to start with safety help against receivers and linebackers. And receivers continue to win those matchups.
Gain of 24 yards. First down and 10 from the 38 out of the pistol now, and there'll be a handoff inside. And Fred Ware able to get right near the 45-yard line. Another solid gain for WashU.
Yeah, that's a pretty good run there from Ware. Seems to be very explosive. We see him hit the hole here, and he is eventually brought down by Peter Johannick, but he has so much speed, Johannick's not quite able to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He drags Johannick for another couple yards.
6-yard gain, approaching under 5 minutes to go before the intermission. We're still in the ball game. Gabriel Sirik to the bottom of your screen. And it'll be another handoff to Ware, but that Thunder's defense not allowing to go anywhere.
That was almost a very exciting play for Lawson Hager as he came flying off the edge, but instead they get the ball off to Ware. It's a zone read, so Matt Rush's read was hand it off or die, and instead he gives the ball to Ware, who's met right away by the middle linebacker, Johnny Eller. Great play from the Thunder defense.
3rd down and 4, WashU 3 of 5 on 3rd down conversion so far in this ball game. Almost got the Thunder to jump there, and now there is a flag. Not sure if one of the offensive linemen might have flinched first. We'll check the marker. If it is against the defense, it'll be a first down.
False start. Offense. Number 1. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Receiver Colin Goldberg that time extremely frustrated after committing the false start, I should say. So that puts the Bears in a real tough spot. 3rd and long here. The running game's probably not going to be enough to cover this. Probably not in 4-down territory at this point in the game, so need a long completion here.
Bears must get to their own 48-yard line. You can hear the crowd in the background. They'll send an extra man on the pressure, and the pass is going to fall incomplete. Matt Rush just got absolutely drilled there, as you had Isaac Parrish coming in with some pressure.
Yeah, Parrish just completely beats the left guard here. Evan Rogers, the junior. Parrish does an exceptional job here. Gives a little fake roll and then rolls back into the A-gap for just a free run on the quarterback forces this drive to end.
So after WashU got one first down, it will be Andrew Grzak to send it away for the Bears. I'll take it from the 25, and still on his feet is Seth Kornoven looking for the edge and some blockers. Seth Kornoven across the 35, and he'll get it to the 40-yard line. Another solid return for Kornoven, who did have a long punt return for a touchdown against Elmhurst.
Yeah, Kortenhoven has been exceptional returning punts for the Thunder this year. Coming into this game, averaging over 17 yards per return. Good for a top 10 mark in all of Division III football. Here, another good return. Just uses that speed and elusiveness to put the Thunder in good field position to start off.
So now from the 41-yard line, Ben Thorson 7 of 9, 120 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. And the first give will be 2 weeks as he takes it across the 45. Look at him keep the legs turning right near midfield.
He's so strong. Giovanni Weeks is a dominant running back because he has so much speed, and then he hits a hole with so much congestion here. There's 9 guys on him, and he gains probably 3 more yards after contact. It's just exceptional.
And those 1 or 2 yards after contact can be a big factor when it comes to those third and shorts. It's a gain of 8, second down and 2. Clock dips under 3:05. Both teams, or rather the Thunder, have 3 timeouts still left as that pass down the sideline. It's going to be Ben Bonga as Bonga has a first down for the Thunder.
Yeah, quick hitting pass plays. That's what WashU's been trying to do. This time the Thunder go for it. WashU sends a blitzer off the edge, but not in the right spot as Thorson's able to find Bonga for the quick game.
That's Bonga's first catch in this game. As they're letting the clock run a little bit again, Wheaton has all 3 of their timeouts. So not necessarily in a rush, given that they're at the WashU 44-yard line. Play clock now dips under 10. They overload the left side. Here is Thorson on the drop back. He's going to fire, and the pass is going to be incomplete as it was intended for Bonga, but great coverage there by WashU.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a risky throw from Thorson. Bonga's double covered here with the safety over the top helping out. And the safety nearly gets that interception. That was Andrew Dotson playing the deep ball there. Now second and long for the Thunder. Probably going for a quick hitting play to the outside.
Dotson was looking for a second interception of the season. They load the box. Here's Thorson throwing far side. That pass, though, incomplete for Kortenhoven. So back-to-back incompletions on first down and second down. And all of a sudden, you're staring at 3rd down and 10. And perhaps WashU will think about using their timeouts if they can get a stop.
Yeah. Clock running low in the first half here. They went for that quick hitting play to the outside with a sticks concept, but just a little too high of a throw for Thorson. And now 3rd and long. This is not the ideal position for the Thunder offense.
3rd down and 10 from the WashU 44. They must get to the Bears 34 for a first down and a fresh set. They'll bring pressure. Here is Thorson with time. Fires on the middle, and the pass incomplete. He had Bonga in stride, but just led him a little bit too far.
That's a little disappointing right there. Yeah, definitely pressure once again as he's hit as he throws. Just 1 step off from Bonga. And so now punt team will come out. Also unfortunate because with an incomplete pass, the clock stops and WashU doesn't have to use that second timeout. So 2 minutes and 2 timeouts gives WashU plenty of time to go down the field.
Nate Toffelon to send it away for the Thunder. And signaling for the fair catch. We'll let the punt go. And it goes into the end zone. It touched J.J. Ruff. And it'll be a touchback as the WashU offense is going to start from their own 20 instead of potentially inside their own 10.
Tough spot for Ruff there. He's trying to make a play to stop the ball, at the 5-yard line and accidentally really knocks it in. Looked like the ball was going to bounce back towards the 10, but instead they'll go in for a touchback. So WashU needing 80 yards in 2 minutes. Probably going to need to take potentially some more downfield shots.
Again, they do have 2 timeouts to work with, so especially in college football, that's pretty much eternity if you are a college quarterback compared to the NFL, where the clock doesn't stop when you get a first down. And they'll set up a quick screen with Colin Goldsberg, able to break away from that initial tackle, and he takes it across the 20, but again, that clock is going to continue to tick.
It's a great job of rallying to the football here. Rush, another quick hitting pass. We see McClung that time coming down the field quickly. And although he's not able to make the initial tackle, his linebacker duo behind him with Hagler and Eller rally to it well.
4-yard gain under 90 seconds to go now before halftime. Here's Rush with some pressure passes, tipped at the line, and it's going to fall incomplete. So now 3rd down and 6. And now if you're Wheaton, maybe you're thinking, can we get the football back and try to put up some more points?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they have a shot for a little 1-minute offense here. If they can force a punt on this play right here. It's a great job from Christian Bonaquisti. We saw Johannick get a lot of pressure there, force the quarterback to step up in the pocket right into Bono's hands, and Bono swats the ball down.
And Bonaquisti, one of those seniors being recognized before the start of this game. Coach Scott has been high on him throughout all 4 of these years. Here is Rush stepping up from the pressure. Matt Rush going to try to take off and run. Nowhere to go. What a form tackle that was. As you had Isaac Parrish, I believe, also Lawson Hagler making the play.
That was an exceptional hit.
Timeout. Wheaton, they're first.
Yeah, that was a great job from Parrish and Hagler. Now the Thunder have their own chance at making a little run here with 1:17. We saw them go for a couple long balls on the last drive. If they can connect on one of those here, they don't even need, well, we'll see after the punt, but most likely they're going to have some pretty good field position here for a minute drive.
Once again, it will be Andrew Gerzlak to send it back to the Thunder. As you have Seth Kornhoven currently standing at his own 35-yard line. 1:17 left. Wheaton just called a timeout, so now they have 2, along with WashU. And the punt almost blocked. Wow.
That's unfortunate.
And Wheaton opting not to play. That is down at the 47-yard line. And that's where the Thunder will start with 1:08 left to go. And you saw that special teams almost getting a piece of it. Really surprised it wasn't blocked. Meanwhile, we also have a flag on the play.
Yeah, if they didn't touch the ball there, that's going to be roughing the kicker. We'll see after the refs discuss if he got a piece of it or not.
Personal foul, roughing kicker. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So WashU instead gets to continue. Wheaton went all out for the block there and had 2 guys right into his face. We'll see on the replay, did they touch the football at all? It doesn't look like it. And so instead, they get dinged for taking out the kicker's legs from under him. Now WashU has a minute to go their own 60 yards.
And that's such a huge game changer because if you're the Thunders fan, you're thinking, okay, we're going to get the football back, but instead your defense has to go back out there and stop WashU once again.
Yeah, that is not ideal situation. We have some miscommunication as Dimitri Cannon comes flying off the field.
And because of that, the Thunder have to take a timeout. Coach Knight is not pleased.
Wheaton, they're second of the half.
Yeah, we had too many safeties out onto the field at one time. So at this point, no need to save timeouts as WashU has the ball with a minute left. So make sure that you get your play calls right. Just look to stop this drive and take it into the halftime with that 14-10 lead.
And obviously for the Thunder, they only have 1 loss. That is to North Central. Both teams lost to North Central. They're still alive for a playoff berth. They're 12th in the country. If you think, and if they were to win this game as well as next week against North Park, the Thunder have a pretty good chance to make the playoffs as an at-large bid. Of course, it's not guaranteed given how there are 3 teams out of the WIAC who are in the top 10. And so, but for Wheaton, just trying to do their job.
Yeah, absolutely doing their job. currently ranked number 12 in the country. They've got a pretty solid resume as long as they win out this season.
So now from the 41-yard line, four-man pressure. Here's Rush firing the pass. It's going to be caught. Goldsberg has the reception. Gain tackle right near the 45-yard line, but again, that clock continues to tick now. Under a minute left to go.
Yeah, Dimitri Cannon once again makes a great play as the safety here. This had the potential to break open with Hagler just holding onto his shin, but Cannon comes flying down, stop the reception in its tracks.
They snap at 41 seconds. Rush over the middle and almost caught. Colin Hoya almost had a sensational one-handed catch, but cannot come up with it.
Just one step in front of him. That time, once again, receiver matched up with a linebacker. Hoyda matched up with McClung. McClung waving his arms as though he stopped that pass, which that's debatable. But Matt Rush not able to connect, and so it's 3rd and about 4.
Yep, from their own 47, they must get to the Thunder 49 to pick up a first down. Sirik to the bottom of your screen. Merritt Pat matched up against Riley Schwartz, and a timeout is now going to be taken by WashU.
Timeout. Washington University, their second of the half.
Went out to see what the Thunder defense would line up as so they can figure out their own play call. They have the one timeout still in their pocket for a potential field goal opportunity. But for now, WashU can't really afford to run the ball with the clock. I mean, the clock will stop if they get a first down, but it would then it would start running again as soon as the clock is, or as soon as the ball is spotted. The 3rd and 4 is an interesting spot. I would expect them to go for another pass here. See if they can find one over the middle, like what they were just going for on the second down play.
And if you're Coach King, you probably expect to call maybe. Obviously, you need to get the first down, but you're also worried about the clock, given now there's 36 seconds left before halftime. Are you perhaps wanting to call up plays that work down the sideline so that you can get out of bounds and stop the clock?
Yeah, absolutely. If you can find that, that would be the ideal scenario for the Bears here.
Could also save a timeout. As you said, only one timeout left. They bring pressure. Here is Rush stepping up from the pocket. Matt Rush, he throws a pass. It's going to be caught right near the first down sticks.
Lost the football as he went down, but I think they're going to say that he was down. We'll see here.
And it looks like
as the refs discuss, the clock currently is stopped. Yes, they are going to give him a first down.
Yep.
So the clock will stop while they place the ball here. This essentially works as a full timeout for the Bears because of all the discussion between the refs.
Yeah, they're trying to get the change team is trying to move. Clock is still.
Player was ruled down by contact. First down, Washington University.
Clock is still stopped at 26 seconds. Now they'll run it. First down and 10 from the Thunder 49. Here is Rush with some time. Flushed out to his left. Matt Rush trying to make a play out of it. And he'll scamper out of bounds. Did waste some time, though. Now 15 seconds left after a gain of 2.
Wasted some time here. Parrish is forced out of contain by the left tackle. Gives Rush that space to escape in, but there's nothing open downfield. So the Thunder will live with that. Only 15 seconds left and only a yard gained on the play.
And for the kicker, Chris Varian, his longest is from 35 yards out. So you have to get to about the 18-yard line for a reasonable shot. Still have that timeout in their back pockets. Empty backfield. Here is Rush. Delivers over the middle. The pass is going to be caught. Colin Goldsberg once again picks up the first down. 8 seconds left.
As they'll rush to clock it here. What happened there?
Whoa. Oh my goodness, what just happened?
We saw the ending of it as it looked like a Thunder player ran over Colin Goldberg. We'll see what they rule.
Clock operator, please put 8 seconds back on the clock and go on my wind.
Okay, they'll rule in unintentional contact there.
So that means WashU had plenty of time to snap it and spike it.
But instead they're going to go for the timeout.
Timeout.
Here.
Washington University, their third and final charge, timeout.
That leaves them now with 8 seconds left. It'll be about a 44-yard field goal if they don't get anything here.
I think that play might have been supposed to be a fake spike. We saw them line up with quads on the outside, and they all rushed up as though they were going to spot it. I think if there's not whatever contact happened between Goldberg and Parrish there, they're looking to do a fake spike and quick shot into the end zone because the Thunder defense was not set up at all.
Yeah.
But instead, there was some falling down or something, which really frustrated the WashU coach. And so now they're forced to take the timeout here, and this is going to limit a field goal attempt.
Yeah, they're out of timeout. The offense is still out there again. Varian's longest field goal is from 35 yards. From here, it would be about a 44-yard field goal, so that is out of his range. Eight seconds left. First down and 10. Here is Rush firing sideline. That pass down the sideline, and it looks like it's going to be a catch.
All right, so now they're going to go for the field goal from here. Just that quick hitting outside play gives them enough time to make an attempt here. This is going to be the longest that Vartanian has ever made if he makes it from 39.
Vartanian kick is up, and it is good, and that will bring us to the end of the first half. So WashU tacks on 3 more.
That's the end of the first half.
14-13. Thunder still with the lead. And if you are a Thunders fan, you still have to be pleased because Coach Scott, when his team leads at halftime, he is 25-1 when leading at the break. Giovanni Weeks finishing with 90 yards on 13 carries in the first half. Meanwhile, Matt Rush, 17 of 23, a $184 and 1 touchdown are his first half stats. And we'll bring you to the start of the second half after these messages and a word from the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
definitely the best place, for me that I could have ever gone. I look back just making the decision to come to Wheaton. I'm so grateful, for everyone in that process who helped lead me to Wheaton. I feel like I've grown in just so many different ways, looking back to my freshman year, even just thinking about it now, to kind of where I am now, and really couldn't have asked for any better place to be. And honestly, again, that's a testament to all the people that I got to surround myself with every day here.
When I saw him play in high school, I came back and told Coach Banner, he clearly is talented enough, but he is so small.
Growing up as very short, skinny, kind of out-of-place point guard, I think that's really where you have to have a chip on your shoulder to know and go in that, I've put in the work and I deserve to be on the court here.
But to be honest, he wasn't the best player on his high school team, and then he wasn't the best player at Wheaton for 4 years. But honestly, very quickly into his first few practices, I could tell we had somebody pretty special. But he is, by all measure now, one of the all-time great players to ever put on a Wheaton jersey. But he's also going to be the type of young man that you can point back to and say, this is what a star player looks like, behaves like, and acts.
I think looking back early on in my career, I really was afraid to fail. And that's something that we talked about a lot, was throw all your dice out there, put all the chips out there, and don't be afraid to fail. And that's something that we kind of worked on together. And that's really what helped us gain trust. And for me, my past, 2-3 years, I was really able to play more free.
When you get a young man like Tyson, you realize you got something pretty special as a coach, because in a lot of ways, he became the leader of our team. And I just cheered a lot. He just became somebody who really embodies everything you want from a best player.
It's honestly such a great honor, and it's something that I never really thought was on the table.
I do describe the Jostens Trophy regularly as the Division III Heisman for men's basketball. It really is in many ways the most prestigious award that is given out in men's and women's basketball at the Division III level. Not only measures the basketball ability of the men and women at Division III basketball, but also the academic and service of those individuals. So it's a total award that really encompasses not only just the talent level, but really the most outstanding student athlete in our sport.
The initial feelings were just of gratitude and thankfulness to Wheaton, to Coach Schauer, to Coach Panner, everybody who invested in me during this time.
I thought he was better than people probably perceived. The fact that he wasn't on any All-America lists, preseason lists, surprised me, given the career he had had to that point. And I think he kind of carried a little bit of that chip on his shoulder into this season and used that as motivation.
I'm not going to let anybody outwork me. I think that's really kind of where it comes from and stems from, is just wanting to win badly enough to where, you're willing to sacrifice.
One of the things I love about Tyson is he averaged over 5 rebounds a game, and he's not much taller than me. So he just simply was relentless to go rebound the basketball, and knew that given our personnel, that was going to be a potential area of weakness and that he needed to help us there. I honestly believe if I didn't show up for a week, Tyson would have made sure our team did exactly the same thing we did when I was there. And so his legacy will be brought up over and over and over again, whether I'm here or not, because he's going to be on the wall and that trophy's going to be downstairs. The academic reputation of the institution is so high that the students we get here are really self-motivated to do well academically. That matters to them. So they're typically pretty good students on our roster. And then because of their relationship to Jesus, there's a sense that we should serve others and try to model that as Jesus did.
Looking back on the Israel trip and Zimbabwe trip, those are two things, just looking back on my career, that I will never forget. The relationships that we built out there were just so incredible.
Go to the Holy Lands, we're going to do all those biblical sites and really study the Bible on that trip. And our trip to Zimbabwe, which Tyson also went on, we did clinics and did service projects, and we are going to visit historical sites and do some fun stuff in addition to playing some games. But we're going to do it in a different context than most Division III basketball programs.
There's just so many incredible things about those trips. Makes the whole time at Wheaton, and specifically a Wheaton basketball player, just so special.
All he cared about was winning, and that just makes life easy for a coach. Because if your best player cares about that and your best player has his work ethic, it's hard for other people to come up with too many excuses. They sort of follow because he's just such a great leader.
We need engineers who can come up with solutions to all of the multifaceted problems that we face in our world today. People who have the ability to apply math, science, physics, and engineering concepts to come up with solutions that might affect someone's life in the future for the better. One of the really special things about Wheaton's program is our focus on the liberal arts. So not only are students able to get a robust engineering education, but they're also able to participate in humanities courses, philosophy, and history courses as well. We think that a student who has that liberal arts background is more adaptable. We think that they are going to be more effective, and we think they're going to be more marketable. Through our 3-2 program, through our 4-year engineering program, all of our students get training on all of the equipment in our lab. Laser cutters, 3D printers, all the different hand tools and different machinery and equipment that our students might need to be able to create some sort of prototype. So they're not just solving textbook problems, but they actually are given some sort of real-life issue that they're trying to solve. That's when my students really see the importance of engineering and also why it's so important to fill their gaps in knowledge to be able to serve as many people as possible for Christ and for His kingdom.
When I first came to Wheaton, the ISP was one of the first offices I found. They helped me get settled in, from getting me a SIM card to taking me to the bank to open a bank account. They're very supportive of students whose families live overseas. From freshman year, I joined Mu Kappa, which is a club at Wheaton for third kosher kids, and we got together every Sunday to share a meal or have fun together, and it was a great place to find community. During my sophomore year, I started working with Mu Kappa as a publicity manager, and it was amazing to just see freshmen coming in and get settled at Wheaton and find community at Mu Kappa just as I did.
This year, I've been blessed to be a part of the Diakonoi program, or DEEKS for short. We're essentially campus tour guides or campus hosts. Some of the most rewarding aspects of being a DEEK has been learning how to grow in confidence in myself and my public speaking skills, but also just the community that I've been a part of. I'm part of a community of 13 other tour guides, and we're constantly praying for each other, uplifting each other, encouraging each other, and pushing through hard times together, sharing our love for Wheaton with prospective students. Residential life here at Wheaton is all about the students. Our residential life team is regularly putting on different events, from Bible study nights to worship nights to holiday parties to game nights and movie nights, and they're helping organize these events so that we can grow in community, meet new friends, but also develop our relationship with each other as brothers and sisters in Christ, and really getting to encourage each other and just have a lot of fun. Some of my best friends I've met through going to these different events that happen on campus, and Res Life has been my favorite part about Wheaton in a lot of ways.
What makes Wheaton College unique? Our focus is not only on what you can achieve, but also on who you can become. We've been called one of the nation's colleges that change lives because that is exactly what we do. More than a degree, you'll graduate with wisdom and values you can apply to your family life, church life, and professional life. So who are Wheaties today? We are scientists, lawyers, doctors, and CEOs. We are filmmakers, engineers, policy experts, and educators. We're investment bankers, musicians, and entrepreneurs. We're church leaders, missionaries, and theologians, parents, neighbors, and friends. All of us living out our callings in a variety of ways through Christ-centered leadership. Ready to discover your ambitious calling? From psychology to business, health to history. Wheaton College offers 150 plus majors, minors, and concentrations, and 20 plus grad programs, all taught by world-class scholars who will mentor you, motivate you, and prepare you for the career you want. But the top-tier academic experience you'll find at Wheaton doesn't stop at career preparation. Here, we want you to think big picture. See the world through a Christ-centered point of view. Make connections between your faith and your interests and your studies. Pursue academic excellence, not at the risk of your faith, but for the sake of your faith. In the end, you'll have developed a vision for vocation and a passion for service, while strengthening your wisdom and character. That's what makes the Wheaton experience so profound and so long-lasting. It's a whole person preparation for your whole life's journey. They say the friends you make at college will be friends for life. We say the friends you make at Wheaton College will not only be lifelong, but life-changing. That's because Wheaton is a grace-filled, Christ-centered, fun community unlike any other. From talent shows to all-school communion, Christmas celebrations to hip-hop battles, you'll have opportunities every single day to express who you are and how you see the world, to lead, work, serve, and worship together, to define your convictions with peers and mentors who support and encourage you, and expect your friendships to last not only on campus, but throughout your life as part of a Wheaton family that spans the globe. This isn't just an educational experience. It's an unparalleled journey that you can only find at Wheaton. Whether you're on stage or on the field, serving the community or studying abroad, at Wheaton College, you'll find excellence and faith all across the board. Love bird watching, news reporting, or swing dancing? Our student-led clubs have you covered. Want to play your heart out? Our All-American athletics teams win championships, and our conservatory grads win Grammys. From our Black Hills Science Station or our Honey Rock Center for Leadership Development to our global programs in England, Spain, China, and beyond, you'll be part of an incredible experience where you can pursue your academic, athletic, and artistic talents and your Christian values. You can confidently choose Wheaton, not just to learn, but to live.
Welcome back to the start of the second half between the Wheaton Thunder, 12th team in the nation, only leading by 1 against the WashU Bears. And Noah, what has been the most impressive thing about both teams?
For the Thunder, it would be certainly their rushing attack thus far, averaging over 5.5 yards per carry. That's the type of production that just sustains drives consistently. It's why they've been able to score twice already, and probably should have had another scoring drive with the field goal that was wiped away with the penalty. Giovanni Weeks leading that attack, certainly with 90 yards so far today, but likely looking to break one out one more time. Meanwhile, for Wash U, their passing attack, especially with these quick-hitting passes, has done a great job of just moving down the field against the Thunder defense. Matt Rush has over 180 yards passing so far, and the 1 touchdown to Colin Hoyta as well. As we get ready for the Thunder to kick it off to Wash U to start the second half.
And Wash U won the toss, elected to defer to the second half, and it will be Matt Rush to see the ball once again. As you have Josh Winnett. And away we go. Here between Wheaton and Wash U. Here comes the return from inside their own 5. And Colin Goldberg gets across the 20. And a swarm of Wheaton players there to make the tackle.
Yeah, we see Goldberg takes the ball out. And so the second half is underway with Wash U just behind the 25-yard line. This Thunder defense has been put to the test so far. Caleb McClung with 9 tackles already today, looking to put a stop to Wash U.
And a handoff inside to Hamilton on the first play.
Speaking of McClung, picking up a tackle there right away. A lot of congestion on that defensive line. Actually, that tackle ought to go to Bonaquisti. But that's exactly what the Thunder want to start it off. The Wash U rushing game has had some moments, but is averaging less than 3 yards per carry. If they can shut that down, it'll put more pressure on Matt Rush.
Correction, it was Fred Ware who ran the ball. Here is Rush looking to throw. He's going to dial up the deep ball, and the pass is going to be caught. Oh, my goodness, what a catch. Collins Goldsberg, as that one was just dropped right into the breadbasket.
There's nothing the defender can do here. That is just an exceptional catch from Goldberg, just with his fingertips. Yeah, the defender's right there. Perfect ball placement from Rush. Dimitri Cannon just off the outside shoulder. And that's a huge gain for Wash U to start it off.
Gain of 29, and with that pass, Matt Rush just surpassed Thor Larson for the 3rd most passing yards in Wash U history. Wow, what a career he's had. So now from the 44, opening drive of the second half for the Bears. Goldberg once again in motion. They fake the screen. Rush once again looking to throw downfield, and coming back to make the grab is Colin Hoyta, who takes it inside the 20.
Yeah, this time Clay Campbell's matched up with Hoyta and does not get the read right away. It looks like he was coming down the field, reading that screen pass fake initially, and then he's trying to catch up. Luckily, the pass doesn't quite hit Hoyta in stride, or that's probably a touchdown.
225 yards for Wash U in the first half. They're marching down the field now at the 15-yard line of Wheaton. As they line up Fred Ware behind Rush out of the pistol. And this time it'll be a handoff to Fred Ware, trying to squeak his way by. It looks like he takes it to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Peter Johannick there making a tackle. As we see, they try to go. Johannick's working that inside he's on a close to allow the outside linebacker to take that D gap, matched up with the tight end. They have enough space, though, before the outside linebacker can come crashing down to pick up 5 yards.
5-yard gain, second down and 5. And once again, another handoff to Frank Ware. Ware's still going. He's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line. You saw him jarring, I believe, with Johnny Eller on the play.
Yeah, Eller makes a good tackle here. And they're measuring the ball out to see if they're going to give him a first down or not. And looks like they are, so it'll be 1st and goal now. Not exactly the way that the Thunder wanted to start this drive off, to start off the second half. as WashU was marched down the field, but now playbook is certainly condensed inside the 5. Not a ton of options here. The Thunder probably going to send some pressure, though, to combat that run game.
Johnny Naylor had 4 tackles in the first half. It's a read option, and Rush is going to keep it himself and take it all the way into the end zone. Apologies, it was actually Levi Moore for the touchdown.
Yeah, Levi Moore, sort of their more athletic, more Wildcat-esque quarterback, the freshman. He leads the team with now 6 rushing touchdowns on the year. In a read option scenario, everybody bid on the running back, leaving a wide open lane for the freshman to get into the end zone and give WashU the lead.
Yeah, WashU's been known for that 2-quarterback system. Very mobile. Levi Moore, did not see him in the first half, comes here in the second half and scores the rushing touchdown to give the Bears a 20-14 lead. Of course, those big passing plays for Matt Rush to get it all started with Colin Goldsberg as well as Colin Hoya. And it gave WashU great field position as they were set up inside the 20.
Yeah, we see on that replay there, Johannick, the defensive end, is the one who's responsible to make sure that the quarterback doesn't keep it. He waits, and then looks like he thought that the running back had the ball and went and made a great tackle. Unfortunately, the running back was not the ball carrier, and so the tackle is for naught as it goes into the end zone.
Now cap off a 6-play drive, 78 yards. Only took nearly 3 minutes for the Bears to regain the lead. The last time these two teams played last year, it was 42-35 in Wheaton's favor. It was a back-and-forth game. The Thunder able to prevail in the fourth quarter, but WashU always plays the Thunder tough and vice versa. So we knew this was going to be a competitive matchup. And WashU also, during their 5-0 start, made a brief appearance in the coaches' poll, but were knocked out when they lost to Augustana. And more than a neutral return and taking it up to the 30-yard line, that's where the Thunder will start their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, good return here from Titherington, who started taking more returns over the last 2 weeks. He's averaging over 30 yards per return. So, been a weapon for the Thunder so far as they now bring out the offense. We'll see if Weeks is able to keep that production up here against this 3-4 defense that he's had.
And besides that final drive for the Thunder in the first half, they scored on their first 3 drives. And it'll be a give to Giovanni Weeks. Oh, look at that stiff arm. Giovanni Weeks gets it across the 30. Really nice game there on the first play.
Yeah, contact made with him behind the line of scrimmage, but he does not care as he just flattens a man there. That was a fantastic stiff arm off of the corner, Bradley Hamilton.
And Bradley Hamilton probably regretted trying to make a play on Weeks. 2nd down and 7, though, only a gain of 3. And once again, they'll stay on the ground game. Weeks chugging forward across the 35 and going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, that's a recipe for success, though, for the Thunder. Just let Giovanni Weeks' legs keep churning. The more the ball's in his hands, the better. You want to keep the ball in the hands of your best players. He's just continuing to average over the 4 yards per carry that you need to just keep marching on the field for first down.
Thunder not good on 3rd down when they faced it. They're 1-4. 3rd down and 3. Another handoff, and it should be a first down from our vantage point. And
They'll
looks
give
like
it to him.
Yep, it looks like they will give it to him.
That's Giovanni Weeks once again. They are following that formula. Yeah, he gets contact made with him in the backfield. Once again, this time it's the outside linebacker, Riley Merrigan. But Weeks doesn't stop there. Even with contact, he's falling forward. He's running through guys just enough to keep these first downs coming.
Thunder with 222 yards in the first half. 1st down and 10. They stay on the ground game once again. And across the 40, Giovanni Weeks for the 4th consecutive time.
Yeah, he's passed over 100 rushing yards on the day once again now. That is the consistent formula. At some point, the WashU defense is going to be forced to just bite down hard on that, and that's when the Thunder will pop one off over the top for the long pass.
Under 10 minutes now to go. WashU scored on their opening drive. Now the Thunder have their opening drive. 2nd down and 7. WashU showing corner blitz. There's a flag on the play, and a pre-snap penalty against the Thunder.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. Still, second down.
The junior tackle, Aiden Kingsbury, a little flinchy there as he saw the linebacker coming off, probably ready to bounce off against this defense. Tackles are always ready to bounce out to face the blitzing linebackers. That time just a little jumpy.
One of the few negative plays the Thunder have had. They'll roll the pocket to the right here as Thorson on the move. Pass is going to be incomplete. It was intended for Ben Bonga, but a great play made by Kellen Frail.
Yeah, the freshman safety here comes down, nearly gets the interception. Not the best ball from Thorson there, really great coverage from Frail. There wasn't much to go to, and on a rollout, there's not a lot of options for Thorson to go to. Now it's third and very long.
Yeah, the Thunder must get to midfield to pick up a first down. Thunder 2 of 5 on third down conversion so far in this ballgame. Here is Thorson. They bring some pressure. Thorson devoured back near the 30-yard line as you had Riley Merrigan getting in for a second sack of the game.
Yeah, they send pressure off of both edges. Merrigan just flies through. We were just talking about that bounce with the tackles needing to bounce out to the linebackers, leaving the guards to take the defensive ends. This time, Elijah Nitz is not quick enough to get there, and Thorson is swallowed up for a pretty big gain. Pretty big loss,
And if you're a WashU fan, you have to be pleased. You get the score on your opening drive, and then your defense comes up with a huge sack there, and now your offense gets the ball right back. As it'll be Nate Tuffel to send it away. Back deep to receive, Colin Goldsberg. And he takes it from inside his own 30. Able to slip away from a tackle, and he'll be pushed out of bounds right near the 30. And now we'll bring out Matt Rush and the WashU offense for their second drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, now the Thunder are on the ropes here. You have to get a stop here. Can't go down by 2 scores in a tight matchup like this. So, going to see the last drive, one big play really set the Thunder on their heels. Trying to continue to send that pressure, but make sure that it doesn't open up too big of a hole for Matt Rush to take advantage of.
And how about Goldsberg? He had no catches last week against Elmhurst, but already 12 catches, $156, still searching for his first touchdown of the game. And they'll hand it off inside and getting it right near the 30-yard line. A very solid gain of about 3.
Since the first quarter, that running game has really not worked well for WashU, as this time it's Hamilton once again, but there's nowhere to go. Those defensive tackles for the Thunder between Bonaquisti and Ferlita just completely shutting down the inside run game.
Does bring up second down and 6, 8-10 left to go here in the third quarter. Hamilton in the ball game. Play clock runs under 8. Rush's pass is going to be caught by Hoya. Colin Hoya able to slip away from Riley Schwartz, and that might be good enough for a first down.
It's a tackle they need from Schwartz in a game like this. It's one-on-one, just a quick stop route, and Schwartz goes up high. You're taught always to go down low, aim for those hips. Instead, goes to the shoulder pads and is shrugged off, giving WashU the first down.
4th catch of the game for Hoya. WashU so far looking really good in the second half. As you see, Coach Nightendale might be trying to ring up a blitz here. From the 39-yard line, and a handoff goes nowhere. Hamilton dragged down. Swarm of Thunders there to make the play.
What a play from Peter Johannick right here. He leads the team in sacks and tackles for loss, and you can see why here. Once again, it's that zone read, but Johannick just destroys the lineman that's supposed to be blocking him and completely blows up this drive for WashU. Now it's 2nd and 15. And if Johannick didn't make the play, certainly Hagler was right there behind him.
10.5 tackle for losses, 6 sacks, as you mentioned. That's his 4th of the game. That pass is going to be caught across the 40. And finally being dragged down. A nice form tackle was made as by Lawson Hagler.
Yeah, Hagler felt left out after not getting in on the last play, so he's going to make his own pile drive here. See, Hagler breaks to the ball exceptionally well. He's actually on the previous zone, moves over with it, and we saw the corner come in, as well as Demetri Cannon, the safety, all rallying to the football just like you want.
Gabriel Sirk was the one who made the grab. They face 3rd down and 7. WashU 4 of 8 on 3rd down conversion so far in the first half, 40% on the season. Must get to their own 49. Here is Rush, flushed out to his right, giving chase. Matt Rush going to take off, not going to get the first down.
It's a great job from, let's see, 91 here for starting this play off, and then Clayton Reeves comes flying in, not letting Rush get anywhere, force the punt.
So Thunder defense and Coach Nightingale do their job. Offense coming back out there. It'll be Andrew Grislak to send it away. Seth Kornhoven standing, it looks like at about his own 22, maybe the 23. And a clean punt. Kornhoven being dragged back from his own 14, and he will take it. And Kornhoven brought down about the 24-yard line. That is where this Thunder's offense will start.
Not a ton of space for Kornhoven, but still able to make up over 10 yards on that return. Just being a little elusive, that's all they need. And so now Thunder get to start the drive off at the 24-yard line. So we'll see Thorson come back out onto the field here. This time, I would expect they want to get Ben Bonga involved, certainly, but also keep feeding Giovanni Weeks with the way he's been so productive.
Yeah, Bonga only has 1 catch for 7 yards. Meanwhile, Weeks, 17 carries, a $103, still looking for his first touchdown. And it'll be a carry. Giovanni Weeks, really nice play right up near the 30-yard line.
Weeks with another good run here. He's hits right about the average mark for him, 7 yards per carry here. As it's a good play by the safety coming downfield to stop it from being the first down, but the Thunder will certainly take 7 yards to start off the drive.
So now 2nd down and 3, and those runs really do help out open the playbook if you are Wheaton. And once again, it is Giovanni Weeks lowering the shoulders right there at the first down sticks, and with forward progress, he should have it.
They'll give it to him once again. Giovanni Weeks just hits the hole real fast here. With the 3 defensive linemen, if they don't send pressure to the right spot, Weeks has just so much space. That's why he's going to average so many yards per carry, because all of these quick hitting plays, you're guaranteed at least 3 yards unless they happen to blitz right into it. And even then, he's strong enough to run over the linebacker.
Once again, another give to Weeks. Still going. Giovanni Weeks, first down and a lot more. Look and drag defenders down all the way into WashU territory.
We were just talking about unless the linebacker blitzes right into it. Well, the linebacker blitzed right into it and gets absolutely ran over here. That is embarrassing for that defender as Giovanni Weeks runs over him and then drags 3 more for a 15-plus yard gain as they move into WashU territory now.
Kellen Frail, one of the many WashU defenders to bring down Weeks, but not before getting it to the 48. Under 4 minutes left to go. Here is Thorson, feels the pressure, able to escape. Ben Thorson on the move, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Ben Juska was the closest there, but it looked like it was deflected, I believe.
Kind of a broken play here, as we'll see. They're trying to... That was a strange look. The line blocked it for the rollout, but that did not work at all. Normally that leaves the quarterback one-on-one with the defensive end in a rollout situation, but when WashU also blitzed the outside linebacker on the same side, it's 2-on-1 and puts Thorson in a real tough spot.
It was Henry Murr who provided some pressure. That pass out of the backfield, it's going to be caught by Weeks with Giovanni Weeks, and it looks like a first down for Wheaton.
Feed Giovanni Weeks. He will bring you to the promised land here for the Thunder. Continually getting big gains. This time, instead of a rush, we'll just toss it to him behind the line of scrimmage. And a great block there to give enough space for Weeks to just get past the first down marker.
11-yard gain, and now 142 yards scrimmage, 131 yards rushing, 11 yards receiving, as seen on that last play. Now operating out of the shotgun from the 37-yard line. High snap, able to handle it, though. And once again, Weeks trying to follow his blockers. Just big gain after big gain, and excuse me, it was Henry Brown who took the carry.
Yeah, Brown coming in for a change of pace from Weeks, give him a breather, and Brown just follows his blockers there. That's a great job of just staying behind the tight end, Randy Vocek, just waiting, being patient, able to pick up another 8 yards there.
Brown stays in the ball game. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The only score coming from WashU on their opening drive for the touchdown. Here's Thorson off the play fake. He's going to dial up the deep ball for the end zone. The pass is going to be caught for the touchdown.
There's Ben Bonga. We said he'd only had 1 catch so far today. Now he's into the end zone. Once again, evening up that touchdown mark between him, Kortenhoven, and Titherington. It's a great job, one-on-one. Just send him on a go route. We trust Ben Bonga to beat his defender, and he absolutely does there, putting the Thunder back in front after this extra point.
Caps out a 7-play drive that started from their own 39-yard line. And how about the improvement that Ben Bonga made? Obviously, last season he was playing with Matthew Tucker as well as Tyler Gaudier, but he still led the team in catches with 51. And then this season, leading the team in not only catches, but also receiving yards, and now 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, we'll watch this replay. Plenty of time for Thorson. Great protection from the line. And this deep ball, it's one-on-one. The defender even committing a defensive holding there earlier. Bonga does not care as he beats him with his speed and just sails into the end zone.
Yeah, Andrew Dotson had no chance on Bonga. And now the Thunder with that extra point lead by 1 with 2:34 left to go here in the third quarter.
Fun game so far in this close matchup between the Thunder and WashU. It's been pretty consistently close games against WashU. Again, WashU, one of the consistently better teams in the CCIW since they joined. But the Thunder looking to continue their 3-game win streak over the Bears that they have coming into this game.
Thunder to send it back to the Bears. Looking for the response. And the return across the 30. Really nice play there by WashU, and that is where they're going to start.
I mentioned earlier that they've had some very good kick returns so far this year. Kenneth Hamilton showing you why. He just doesn't waste time going back and forth, just goes straight forward as fast as he possibly can, gets it up past the 30 for one of their better field positions to start off a drive that they've had all day. The Thunder have been pretty good about holding returners behind the 25, but couldn't do it this time.
So they'll start from their own 33-yard line. Of course, that opening drive touchdown from Matt Rush. And this Bears offense in the pass is going to be caught. Goldsberg, who's already had a big game. That's now his 13th catch in this one.
Yeah, they're just continually going to Goldberg here. He's mostly run these quick hitting routes against linebackers where he just makes the one cut and he's in the middle of the field. He's not going to go for long yards after the catch, but these quick hitting passes have been enough to move WashU down the field.
We talked about that running game. It's not really been that effective. I mean, Frank Ware has only 24 yards on 7 carries. Meanwhile, that pass is going to be caught. Another huge hookup. Colin Hoya gets it into Thunder territory.
As we see the Thunder defenders get back up. Hoya open there. The safety coming down is supposed to help with that, but just overcommits a bit. Looked like Clay Campbell. And so Hoya breaks that tackle and goes for a long gain.
Timeout for an injured player.
Looks like Johnny Eller is the one coming off the field for the Thunder. It looks to be okay, as he still has his helmet on. He's being looked at by the athletic training staff. Minute 45 now left to go and change. Thunder lead 1. Fred Ware in the backfield alongside Matt Rush. And it'll be a handoff to Ware, trying to find someone to go, but he's going to be taken down by Dimitri Cannon.
It's a great play from Cannon there. Coming flying down the field. We'll see here, he's, wow, he just came down from the safety position. He's not blitzing or anything, but he reads run right away and nearly makes that play in the backfield. Instead, it's only a 2-yard gain. But the Thunder's quickness to reacting to the run has completely shut down this WashU run game, as we've been mentioning. And it's forcing them to go to the pass, which so far they've been able to do, but eventually that luck will probably run out.
7 tackles now for Cannon in this ballgame. Under a minute left to go here in what's been an exciting third quarter. Here comes pressure. Rush fires back shoulder. Incomplete, though, for Hoya.
Great defense there from Max Wilson, the corner. Forces him onto the sideline. It's a good ball placement from Rush. That's the only place he can put it, but it's too far outside for Hoya to be able to bring it in.
So now it brings up 3rd down and 8 from the Thunder 42, as they must get to about the Thunder 34 for the first down. WashU 4 of 9 on 3rd down conversion so far. Hoya to the bottom of your screen. Once again paired up against Max Wilson. Rush steps up, delivers, pass is caught over the middle. It's Grant Hijack who comes up with the reception, the tight end making the play.
Thunder send pressure once again. It's a great job from the offensive guard there, Mark Charnot. Oh, but it is a hold. I was just going to say he gets away with the hold, but he didn't, it looks like.
Holding, offense, number 50.
Yep.
10 yards from the previous spot. Still 3rd down.
That's against the right guard, Mark Charnot. That would have been the 3rd catch for Hijack. Only has 2 catches for 11 yards on the season, but instead it pushes the Bears offense back. It's officially 3rd and 18.
Yeah, from the spot of the foul there is huge for the Thunder. Peter Johannick probably would have had a sack if Charnot doesn't hold him there. But he gets dinged, the refs see it, and now the Thunder have a lot better positioning here.
They'll bring some pressure and a handoff goes. And Fred Ware eventually gain tackled, and they're going to be well short of the first down.
Yeah, that time the Thunder, knowing it's 3rd and long, don't need to send as much pressure. So Ware's able to get a few yards, but it's not close to enough to what they need, and so the Thunder force the punt.
That is the end of the 3rd quarter.
And indeed, it is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Thunder 21, Bears 20, as we are about to start the 4th quarter. And so for once again, a highly competitive matchup, just like the last couple of years. And both of these teams, they know what's on the line for the Thunder. They're trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. A chance, obviously, for North Central, they're probably going to win the conference, assuming that they win these next 2 games. But the Thunder, if they win this afternoon, as well as next week against North Park, they can bring out their committee. They can bring out their resume to the selection committee, like, hey, we played against some pretty good opponents, and see whether the selection committee wants to put the Thunder in.
Yeah, absolutely. Their win over Oshkosh at the start of the year, very impressive win, as well as the win over Augustana looks very good now, as Augustana is going to be the 3rd team in the CCIW. This WashU team is also a very highly competitive team, and their one loss being the number 1 team in the country. Certainly, there are worse losses out there.
Not going to field in a wise decision. It goes into the back of the end zone for a touchback, and that's where the Thunder will start from their own 20. And he talked about that head-to-head win against the Oshkosh Titans. That was the first game that the Thunder played this season, and likely the selection committee is going to be comparing that win to other teams, especially in the WIAC, where there are 3 teams in the top 10, and comparing that common opponent. Of course, the common opponent is one of the tiebreakers that the selection committee uses alongside head-to-head, strength of record, strength of schedule. That's all going to be playing into a factor for the Thunder if they want to make the postseason, win these next 2 games, and then hope that they can, that the selection committee will be sympathetic. The Thunder start from their own 20 as the train is in the background, and Giovanni Weeks slips, and that'll be a loss there.
The only thing that can bring down Giovanni Weeks is the turf, as he, just can't quite hold his footing there. So his first negative play of the entire game, as it'll be 2nd and 11 here, and probably the Thunder go for a pass play here, trying to find Titherington or Bonga once again.
Matthew Schmall will be officially credited for the tackle for loss. 2nd down and 11. And it will be a give to Weeks. Gets a little bit there, but WashU able to stand strong, bring up 3rd down and long.
Lot of pressure there. Good blitz that time from WashU as the outside linebacker, outside linebacker Barrett Glass comes flying in and is able to wrap up Giovanni Weeks, not behind the line of scrimmage, but for one of his shortest runs of the game. And now the Thunder are in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They need a big play here, keep that momentum on their side.
Thunder must get to the 30-yard line for a first down. Currently 2 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. Here is Thorson looking to throw fast. It's going to be incomplete, though. Miscommunication between him and Bonga, and it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, Thorson's expecting Bonga to break back on one side, and Bonga goes the other. So miscommunication forced the punt. Now the Bears are looking to probably have some pretty good field position for this next drive.
Nate Toffelon to send it away. As you have Colin Goldberg back deep to receive. He's currently at his own 39-yard line. Toffelon able to send it away. And calling for the fair catch nearly at his own 25-yard line is Goldsberg.
What a punt from Toffelon right there, forcing him all the way back to the 25. That is going to go down as an over 50-yard punt, his first of the season from Toffelon. And that's a huge break for the Thunder as they now force WashU not to have a not to have a short field, but instead to have to drive a long ways down this field, which they have struggled to do so far in the second half.
So far, WashU 325 yards total. Wheaton with 303. Matt Rush 23 of 29 for 268 yards, 1 touchdown. He's completing nearly 80% of his passes as he's been in rhythm despite this running game, which has been non-existent. Here's an RPO and nowhere to go for Matt Rush. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage by Peter Johannick.
Johannick getting another tackle for loss. He had 10.5 coming into the game, and now that'll put him up to 13 for the season. An impressive showing from the sophomore. And now with them forced back behind the line of scrimmage, they're going to need another pass play.
7 sacks now for Johannick this season. 2nd down, 11. Here is Rush, 4-man pressure. That pass is going to be caught. Goldsberg dragged down right near the 30-yard line, but he's going to be about 5 yards shy of the first down.
We have a little bit of hand fighting here between the two number ones, as that's Riley Schwartz holding on maybe a little longer than he needed to on that tackle. And so now it'll be 3rd and medium. Once again, those quick-hitting pass plays, just the Thunder zone defense has a no-fly zone up to the 5-yard line. They're not going to chase on that and get beat deep, but WashU taking advantage of that a lot of times and taking these 5-yard gains.
WashU 4 of 9 on 3rd down. They must get to their own 35. Empty backfield, pressure, Rush able to escape for now. On the move, Rush is going to try to take off and run, but he's going to be short of the first down. Great play made there by the Thunder defense, as you had Christian Bonaquisti getting there for the stop.
Yeah, great chase down from Bonaquisti. Hagler has a great blitz on the outside, but he doesn't stay on the outside shoulder. You're always taught to stay on the back shoulder so that you don't get spun around like he did there. But Bonaquisti, the nose tackle, putting all of that effort in, flying down the field, carrying all 280 pounds that he has to make the stop, prevent the first down.
So both defenses forcing a 3, and now it'll be Andrew Gersak once again to send it away. Korthoven back deep to receive from about his own 26-yard line. And Korthoven, oh, that might have touched him. The ball is loose. Did he fall on it is the question. And it looks like he did, so the Thunder able to breathe a sigh of relief and avoid disaster.
Yeah, as we were just talking about, for the Thunder, they had a great punt. This time, not so good for WashU, but they were nearly bailed out of it as Korthoven came running up, but it just nicks off his hand. He's able to fall on it, though. That was a short punt from WashU, going probably higher than it went far. And now the Thunder, with the short field, are looking to take advantage and put this into a 2-score game.
And give credit to Coach Scott, by the way. Only 2 turnovers this entire season. They're taking care of the ball really well.
Yeah, absolutely. An unbelievable run here for the Thunder of limiting turnovers. This would be the fewest that they've ever had in a season. Obviously still another game to go after this plus playoffs, but with no interceptions and such a limited amount of fumbles, this has been very impressive from the Thunder offense.
It was a gain of 5 by Giovanni Weeks. They'll stay on the ground game with Weeks, lowering the shoulder. Giovanni Weeks, and from our vantage point, it looks like he has the first down.
Giovanni Weeks continues to be physical and run over people. Oh, that's a tough look from the outside linebacker, Henry Murr. He's holding, contain, and then, oh, I missed the tackle. That is a tough spot to be in against Giovanni Weeks. You can't let him get outside, but then as soon as he breaks in, it's your job. You're right there on the line of scrimmage to make the tackle, but he's just too fast and able to break past him for the first down.
24 carries, a $145, still looking for his first touchdown. He's gone 16 consecutive games with a rushing touchdown. Seth Kornhoven in motion. And once again, they'll stay on the ground game with Weeks. As Giovanni Weeks surging forward, following his offensive lineman, and takes it across the 45.
Just consistency once again. Another 5-yard gain. This time it's a power rush. We get a great lead block from the tight end Randy Vocek once again. And now the Thunder second and short. This is just a great recipe for success for them.
And would you consider, if you're Ben Thorson, going off play action and getting the linebackers to bite on that run?
Certainly soon.
They'll stay on the ground game, though, with Weeks, who just surges ahead. Giovanni Weeks, look at this. First down and a lot more all the way to the 30. And you see the Thunder crowd, they love it.
Giovanni Weeks just dragged 3 guys while running backwards. That's unbelievable. Watch this. He's hit right away, doesn't care. He takes 10 steps backwards, and 3 guys are not able to bring him down during that.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Yeah, Kellen Frail, as well as Henry Murr, just struggling to bring down Weeks. And those extra yards after contact really proven to be helpful for the Thunder offense. So now from the 29-yard line, Thunder on the move. They lead by 1, 21-20 in a low-scoring game. An RPO past the outside. That's going to be caught. Ben Bonga shifting moves, gets it right near the 20-yard line. Tackle made by Kellen Frail.
We'll take a quick 5-yard gain there as Henry Brown comes in to relieve Giovanni Weeks. This time, good read from Frail, the safety there. He's got to come flying down because it's his job to make that tackle. The corner that's matched up with Bonga gets taken out on the block. Frail does a pretty solid job, but he's not fast enough as the Thunder pick up 6 yards.
Thorson now 11 of 19, 174 yards. That pass to the outside. It's going to be caught by Kornhoven. Tiptoes down the sidelines, and he is in for the touchdown.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Kortenhoven jumping into the air to celebrate, and meanwhile, the cornerback Andrew Dotson holding his head in his hands as he can't believe he didn't make that tackle on the sideline. Kortenhoven taking the lead once again in this touchdown matchup between the other receivers. Just a great run down the sideline. He's wide open and then tiptoes down the sideline and just is a little too fast for Dotson. And now the Thunder take that 8-point lead after this extra point.
Yeah, Kortenhoven already over 100 yards. That's his 5th grab. And as you said, him, Bonga, and Titherington battling for the most touchdowns by a receiver. As Kortenhoven retakes that lead, and the extra point is good. Thunder still lead 28-20, this time by 8 points.
As we watch this replay here, Titherington, you can't even see another defender in the shot at first. Then Dotson breaks down, but the hesitation move just beats Dotson, and so he's able to fly down the sidelines into the end zone. Today's been production for sure from Giovanni Weeks, but he hasn't been able to get into the end zone, which hasn't happened in a while. But the Thunder offense able to maintain that anyways because of the strong showing from these receivers with their 4th touchdown now.
And what's interesting to know is that with Ben Thorson, the Thunder have the best passing offense in the CCIW, the 22nd best in all of Division III. And of course, you can make the argument, well, North Central, they would probably have the #1 offense if they kept their starters out. But give credit to the Thunder. When they have their starters out there, they have shown that they can compete.
Absolutely.
8:57 now left to go. And we'll see if we do get a return, and indeed we do. And not really a neutral return for Ginsburg. The ball comes out, but he was down.
Hamilton once again taking the return. This time may have been better suited to just let it go into the end zone, but tries to use that speed and just go forward as fast as he can, right about to the, tough spot. You're going to put him at the 21. So a little longer field than they would have had if he just let it go.
So now WashU starts from their own 22. And if you are Coach Keene and you're Matt Rush, you're saying to yourselves, we have to get a touchdown here. We got to stay in this ball game.
Absolutely. They need to stay within a one-possession game.
WashU with 357 yards so far in this ball game. Out of the pistol, and they'll hand it off inside. And getting across the 20, being brought down at about the 24-yard line.
Looks like that'll be about a 3-yard gain here. The running game, honestly, one of their more productive runs in the last half, in this second half here. Even still with it being a 3-yard gain. Peter Johannick just doing a great job giving a forearm shiver to that tackle and just waiting, able to make that tackle.
That was Kenneth Hamilton who took the carry, gain of 3, second down and 7 with 8:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunder lead 28-20. And you saw Lawson Hagler showing pressure from his linebacking spot. And he will indeed come. Pressure, Thorson sorry to get it out in the pass. It's going to be caught. Matt Rush on the completion. It's Colin Hoytya.
Yeah, Hoytya once again making a good catch here. Quick down the sideline. Hagler gave away his blitz a little early, and so they're able to adjust to it. Honestly, I don't know even if they don't adjust in time, that ball's probably out in time before the pressure would have gotten there. That's what Matt Rush has done exceptionally today. He's just getting the ball out quickly and just short, consistent gains.
Matt Rush shy of 300 passing yards, but he can get there. That pass to the near side, it's going to be caught by Sirik. And there goes Gabriel Sirik down the sideline all the way into Thunder territory. What a big play by him.
Yeah, Sirik's excited after that. We'll see here on the replay. Once again, quick hitting pass to the outside. This ball hangs up in the air for a while, allowing the defenders to rally to him. But both Hagler and Riley Schwartz essentially run into each other and allow Sirik to get a much larger gain than he would have.
It was Clay Campbell who finally finished off Sirik, but not before he got it all the way to the 48-yard line. Once again, operating out of the pistol, and they'll hand it off to Hamilton. Kenneth Hamilton right near the 45-yard line for him.
Yeah. Hagler had an opportunity to hit him in the backfield, isn't quite able to finish the job, but the rest of the Thunder defensive line refusing to get pushed too far out, and Bonaquisti's able to make the stop there.
And WashU only has 71 yards rushing. Meanwhile, this passing offense has been dominant. 316 yards officially for Matt Rush. Then Ari surpassed Thor Larson for the third most passing yards in Bears history. Thunder showing blitz, they will bring it. And the screen pass to the far side, it's going to be caught by Goldsberg. There goes Collins Goldsberg right at the sticks, and he should have the first down.
That is a shame that was that quick of a pass, because that was an impressive blitz from Caleb McClung. He comes in and takes down 3 defenders with him, but it's a quick screen play out there, and the Thunder defense rallies to it eventually, but not in time, as it's another first down for WashU.
Gain of 9 now at the 37-yard line. This is the 5th play of the drive. Sirik to the bottom of your screen, under 6:10 to go between WashU and Wheaton, and a handoff up the middle goes Hamilton, and he gets it across the 35-yard line. Another solid gain for him.
That was their best run in a while, as he hits that hole extremely quickly. Yeah, it looks like the nose tackle, Bonaquisti, was forced out of his gap, leaving an open space for Hamilton to hit for the quick 5-6 yard gain.
Second down and 5 now. And he'll stay on the ground game with Hamilton. Here goes Kenneth Hamilton off to the races. First down, a lot more. Inside the 10 goes Hamilton. His best run yet.
Yeah, we've been talking about the lack of the run game. It's not appearing so here. This is two great pulls from the center and the guard. Take out the linebackers. And then Hamilton's off to the races, able to get inside the 10-yard line. Huge production from the running back on that play.
Wheaton, in this 4-game winning streak, their defense has just been absolutely stifling other offenses, only allowing 43 rushing yards and 182 yards per game. They've given up, though, over 300, exactly 324 yards receiving, as well as 403 yards total. First down and goal from the 8 under 5 minutes to go. Up the middle and into the end zone for the touchdown. It's Fred Ware in for his 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, Ware able to hit the hole quickly here. Brings this game back to being a potentially tied, as I'm expecting they'll go for 2 here. But we'll see how the Thunder defense lines up against that. They've suddenly found the ability to run the ball here. Once again, it looked like potentially one of the tackles was either fell down or had his legs taken out. Opened up a huge gap for Ware.
First 2-point try for WashU. Trying to tie the ball game with 4:55 to go. Rush, pressure over the middle, and the pass is it caught? They say yes. And we are tied at 28 apiece as it's Gabriel Sirik making the play.
It's a great play there from Sirik. Able to find the open space. The linebackers have to stay right around the goal line because you can't play too deep, but that allows the ball to just sail in over their head. Yeah, as we see here on the replay of the touchdown, Ferlita is not able to close down in time, and that is just an open lane for Fred Ware to take the ball into the end zone.
And so now the Thunder will get an opportunity. Ben Thorson, you dream of this as you're a kid. A quarterback leading a game-winning touchdown drive. 4:55 still, plenty of time, all 3 of your timeouts. On a tied ball game. Again, huge playoff implications for the Thunder, trying to win out and hope the selection committee will put him in as an at-large bid, assuming North Central wins the conference. Meanwhile, for WashU, trying to keep their hopes alive for Culver's Isthmus Bowl. As currently Augustana in 3rd place, WashU in 4th.
This is going to be an interesting drive for the Thunder. You obviously need to score, but you want to waste as much time as possible. We'll see how they handle that with a lot of run plays, I would expect. Short kick.
And it's finally received. And a really nice return, and still going across the 35-yard line. It was Caleb Tidlington who got it on the return.
Interesting, once again, they're trying to go for this pooch kick to avoid the big returners from Wheaton, but Titherington does not care. He comes up quickly, takes the ball, and has a good solid return even from the short kick, and now the Thunder are in a great position on the 40-yard line to march down this field.
So now 4:48 left to go from the 39-yard line. Could this cement Ben Thorson so far this season? And a handoff goes across the 40. Giovanni Weeks stay on that ground game again. It's a tight ball game. You're not in a rush. You can still run your offense if you're Wheaton.
Absolutely. You want to run your offense. You don't want to go too fast. So you want to run this clock down as low as they can.
Officials timeout for an injury to the defense.
As that's the defensive end, Eli Shiroshevich, being helped off the field. But the Thunder offense there, even with Giovanni Weeks being hit in the backfield, it's a good play from the inside linebacker, Matthew Schmall, their second-team all-conference linebacker. He's still able to fall forward and pick up enough yards to be productive and make it just 2nd and 7 instead of 2nd and 10.
Ben Thorson would love a game-winning drive. He's never had one in his entire career, but because the Thunder, they pretty much pulled away by the end of the 3rd quarter. But tied ball game, 28 apiece. They'll stay on the ground with Weeks. Takes it right up to the 44-yard line. With the tackle being made, I believe, was Matthew Schmall.
Yeah, Schmall once again here. He's really making his presence felt in this drive as the right guard isn't able to get up to him on a lead play here. That guard with a 3-4 don't have to worry about, well, you would double team the tackle and then break off to the linebacker. He's not able to get to the linebacker in time, so it's 3rd and 5.
Thunder 2 of 7 on 3rd downs. Crucial part of the game. 3rd and 4. It will be a give to Weeks. Giovanni Weeks trying to stay up on his feet, but it looks like from that mark, he's going to be about a yard shy.
Yeah, now you're in a real interesting spot. I think it's a tough decision whether or not to go for it, because if you don't get this play, you give WashU the ball on their own part of the field, which makes it a very easy, quick game-winning drive. But at this point, you got to go for the win. We want to win this game, so 4th and short, you're going to trust Giovanni Weeks to be able to pick up 1 yard.
Thunder convert a 4th down earlier. And is on the season 6 of 14 on 4th down conversion. Kornhoven in motion. They'll give it to Weeks right up the middle. He did not get it. Wash U comes up with the stop. Oh my goodness. And you can see Jack Costello fired up as Nate Light, one of the best defenses for Wash U, there to make the play.
Yeah, we see the nose tackle, Jonathan Smith, completely gives himself up here to just create havoc. Just goes down, and then with the congestion there, the outside linebacker has just enough time to come back and force Weeks up into the air. If he's up in the air, he can't keep those legs turning, and he's stuck behind. And now the Wheaton defense has to show up big here.
And all this time, Wash U struggled to stop the run, but when they needed it the most, they step up. So now from their own 48, they'll hand it off to Ware. Dragged down behind the line of scrimmage. There's also a flag on the play. We'll see who this one's against.
Wheaton defense starting off strong here, shutting down that running play, but it looks like this defense this penalty is going to be
personal foul. Legal hands to the face. Defense number 48, 15 yards, automatic first down.
Isaac Parrish getting dinged here. We'll see on the replay. Yeah, forces the helmet back of the tight end that's blocking him, and now the Thunder are in a real tough spot here. Wash U is going to try to take up as much time as they can with 3 minutes left. They only need a field goal technically to win if they can run out the clock, but probably they're going for the end zone and looking to hold the Thunder to get the ball back with less than a minute left.
And Chris Varian has already made 2 field goals, including breaking his own record for the longest from 38 yards. Clock continues to run. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. And it will be a handoff to Frank Ware looking for some space, as Ware takes it right near the 30-yard line. Coach Scott not calling a timeout exactly yet, as that clock dips under 2:20.
Yeah, it's a good blocking scheme there from the Bears, as Ware's able to hit that hole with the tight end, helping to kick out the defensive end. And now it'll be 2nd and 5. That's a huge play to start off the drive, or start off this set of downs for Wash U to have a shorter second down, but also to keep the clock running.
It would be about a 45-yard field goal from here if they don't get anything. Clock dips under a minute 50. A handoff once again, Frank Ware. Now the tackle being made by the Thunder defense.
This time, Lawson Hagler comes through, shows up.
Timeout, Wheaton. Their first of the half.
As the Thunder are going to stop the clock here, make it fairly long, about 3rd and 6. The Lawson Hagler, the junior linebacker, has missed a few tackles today, but here comes up huge, stopping the running back and forcing him backwards for no gain.
And once again, if you're Wash U, you're kind of out of field goal range, so I'm assuming that this could potentially be 4-down territory, given how the field goal from here would be about 46 yards. And that is out of Varian's range unless Coach King wants to test it.
Yeah, this is for this spot right here, they're for sure, I would say, 4-down territory. We saw Vartanian able to make that field goal earlier from 38, I believe. But that looked to be right about his max. It was a line drive, low kick. I would say anything past 40 is not really worth testing.
So if you're Wash U, knowing that this could potentially be 4th-down territory, you could perhaps just run the ball here, get a little bit, and then make the 4th down a lot more manageable.
Yeah, that would certainly be an option. They also have been pretty consistent on their quick-hitting passes, so we might see that once again.
Wash U, 4 of 11 on 3rd down. They will love it here. They bring pressure. Rush lobs it for Goldsberg. Pass is caught inside the 5. What a grab. Colin Goldsberg, what a game. 1st down, Wash U.
It's a great play from Goldsberg. Rush throws it up just almost immediately and just lets the ball fall right to him. Dimitri Cannon, who's had a great game so far, just isn't able to break that one up, caught reacting, and so now it's 1st and goal from the 3. The Thunder are in a real tough spot. They may try to just let this ball go into the end zone to give their offense more
Yeah, I was
time.
about to say that. Just let him score, and then your offense gets a shot, and that is a touchdown. Kenneth Hamilton scores with 1:10 left to go, and WashU has a 6-point lead.
Yeah, so that's essentially what the Thunder are going to go for. Let them score on this play so that you have more time for your own offense. Ben Thorson, you mentioned, hasn't had a game-winning drive. This is going to be the biggest drive of his entire career, as he'll need to march down the field and put up a touchdown for the Thunder with 1:10 remaining in this game.
Hamilton's third rushing touchdown, extra point is good, all set up by that passing play to Goldsberg, who now has 15 catches, $171 in this ballgame, all career highs for him. And now with 1:10 left to go, Thorson with an opportunity to lead, perhaps a game tying, or if they want to go for two, and that's assuming they score the touchdown, a game-winning touchdown.
That will be a huge drive to watch here. And that's going to start off with a return. The Thunder would love to see a big return here from either Kortenhoven or Jack Allen, who are back deep for them. Actually, no, that's Titherington and Jack Allen, who are back deep at the moment. Big return here to start off with good field position would be huge to just lessen the air yards that Thorson needs to cover.
Thunder trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. A loss here would certainly eliminate the Thunder from any postseason contention, but a win here would keep it alive. Down 7, and the kick by Veerman. And instead it will be a squib kick that's received at about the 29-yard line and brought down at the 35. That's where this Thunder's offense will start, as it was the Griffin Kropp who had it.
Griffin Kropp gets hit real hard as he's going down, but the WashU Bears did not want to risk any big returns, so they'll let the Thunder start at the 35. Thorson needs to cover 65 yards on this drive. Now, you have a minute, and you have 2 timeouts still, so a run isn't out of the question, but probably a lot of pass plays.
Here is Thorson looking to throw on the first play. That pass is going to be caught and fumbled out of bounds, but I believe Wheaton's going to retain possession.
Oh, they're going to rule no catch.
Oh, no, incomplete. Caleb Titherington could not come up with it.
Let's watch this replay here. Thorson has a great ball, able to just get it outside. Yeah, he never had possession of that ball.
Yep.
That's unfortunate. So now 2nd and long after what could have been a big play to start it off.
Ben Thorson 12 of 21, $196, 4 touchdowns. But that doesn't matter unless you can get a win here against WashU. 2nd down and 10 after that incompletion. Titherington, a minute left to go. Thunder with 2 timeouts, operating from their own 35. Here's Thorson. Delivers. That pass is going to be caught. Ben Bonga able to get across the 40. A tackle is made by Riley Merrigan. That clock continues to run.
Yeah, they got to get moving here. Quick hitting pass play. WashU has no problem accepting that.
8-yard gain. 3rd down now. Here is Thorson stepping up. He's going to dial up the deep ball. The pass is going to be incomplete.
Seth flag.
Seth Kortenhoven, the intended receiver now. The season comes down to this, a 4th down and 2.
It's a great ball from Thorson. Just put it up in the air and hope your receiver can make the play. Good defense from the safety there. And so now, as you said, comes down to this. 4th and short. They have the timeout still if they want to give it to Weeks to try to pick up the 1st down, but probably they're just getting yards.
4th down. Thorson delivers, passes, caught down the sideline.
What a catch from Ben Bonga to keep the season alive for now.
Wow, Ben Bonga, a huge grab for him, his 4th catch. Keeps the chains moving, now operating at the 44-yard line. Thorson, only a 4-man rush, lobs it over the middle, the pass incomplete. It was intended for Caleb Titherington, 24 seconds now left, 2nd down and 10.
Went for the touchdown right here. He's just a step off from it. It's a good post route run. You have the cover 2 there. If you can split the middle like they had the shot to, that would have been pretty fun.
24 seconds left. Operating At the WashU 44-yard line, here is Thorson fires down the sideline, toe drag swag, as Nate Burleson would say, a first down to Ben Bonga.
Yeah, Ben Bonga coming up huge here. The previous play where he had that great catch on the high ball, this time just getting into that open zone and quick step out of bounds. They've got 19 seconds left now inside the 30.
15-yard gain from two bends, Thorson to Bonga. Thorson, extra man on the rush. Lobs it for the end zone. The pass is going to be incomplete. Ben Bonga the closest. No flags as you had Bradley Hamilton in coverage.
Bonga tries to sell the pass interference here as Thorson throws it deep, and there's really no way that Bonga's going to get there in time. But he tries to run into the defender, see if he can get something. 13 seconds remaining now.
And if your coach got the entire playbook is open, given how you have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, and you don't need to save that timeout for a field goal at all. So you're willing to call, you can call those middle of the field plays, and it doesn't need to get out of bounds because you're going to use both timeouts here. Certainly. Although it looks like they're going to use one now to figure out just what they do want to do.
Timeout Wheaton, their second of the half.
Thunder now with 1 timeout left as the train rolls on. 28 Thunder, 35 Bears, and wow, this game has come down to the wire. The best game yet of the season for both teams. And if you're the Wheaton offense, what do you expect to call up here?
Whew, that's a tough one. So I would say you don't at all need to get it all here. So I would expect them to try to get just a quick chunk play like we just saw to Bonga previously. Trying to find either Bonga or Titherington, just get that 10, 15-yard quick play, and it can be up the middle with the timeout. You have a lot of options here to make this a shorter play for the game, essentially, after this.
And if you're Ben Thorson, you have to be mindful of the clock. You only have 13 seconds left. You can't waste time dropping back, otherwise you might run the clock out.
Absolutely.
From the 29-yard line now, 4-man rush. Here is Thorson. Thorson steps up in the box. He's going to take off and run. 8 seconds left. Now he fires, and the pass is going to be
caught at the 1.
Inside the 1-yard line.
Are they going to say he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw? That's the question.
There is a flag on the play, though, at the 30-yard line.
They're discussing. We'll watch on the replay here. Looks like he releases this ball at the... yeah, I would say he probably is. We'll see what they rule.
Legal forward pass, offense number 5. 5-yard penalty, also loss of down.
All right, so it's all going to come down
to
this
down
play. It's all going to come down to this play.
So now 5 seconds left. That catch was made by Bonga. But as the referee said, Thorson was past the line of scrimmage. Season on the
Wheaton
line.
will lose their last timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff.
Well, there's also a 10-second runoff. Good thing the Thunder had a timeout. Otherwise, the game would have ended.
Yeah, that would have been devastating. So now, 34-yard line. One play to save the season here. You're going for the Hail Mary. They need to find, Ben Bonga probably is their best bet to find that high ball just high point it over the defender, try to get into the end zone. Thorson certainly has the arm to throw it the distance. 34 yards is not too far for him. But a lot of pressure here and a real difficult situation.
And if you're WashU and you're Coach King, you're all about, hey, we're going to play prevent defense. Last thing we want is receivers coming right past us. We got to defend everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Just going to be the 3-man rush as they put plenty of people into the end zone to hold down this play.
So now 5 seconds left to go. WashU has lost the last 3 matchups to the Thunder, trying to end that 3-game skid with a win. Likely the final play here. Thorson only rushed 3, steps up in the pocket, is going to say a prayer as he fires for the end zone. The pass is going to be caught!
Oh
touchdown!
My goodness!
Silencio Bruno, what a play! And the Thunder now 1 point away from tying the ball game. Wow!
Oh my goodness, the Thunder come back. It's Seth Kortenhoven who's going to take the lead for the touchdown matchup. What a catch. What a play! What a throw!
And the Thunder are going to opt for an extra point instead of going for 2. This would send it to overtime.
Oh my goodness.
A Hail Mary, a prayer, and it's answered. Ben Thorson now 5 passing touchdowns, and a timeout is taken by Washington.
Timeout, Washington University. They're first of the half.
Oh my goodness, this game has just been flipped.
Let's watch this replay. Thorson, plenty of time with the 3-man rush. Throws it deep to the right side. And it waits. The ball hangs in the air. There's 3 Washington defenders all looking to go for it. It looks like it's tipped off of Wash U, but Kortenhoven able to bring it into his chest and hold on. What a play. Oh my goodness.
And that is probably the biggest catch for Seth Kortenhoven.
No question the biggest catch of the year for the Thunder here. And now it all comes down to this extra point. Wash U called the timeout to ice Mateo Jesh for this extra point. So far, he's 25 for 29 on the year. Ooh, wow.
I would actually consider the Thunder just going for 2 and just ending the ball game if I were Wheaton.
I wouldn't disagree with you, especially after the timeout. You've got time to consider it, and that's what they're going to do. Here comes the game once again. Ben Thorson walking out onto the field.
Thunder 0 of 1 on 2-point conversions. This to win it. Under center, Kortenhoven in motion. And it'll be a toss to Giovanni Weeks. He's got the end zone. And the Thunder able to convert for 2. This game is over. Wheaton wins 36-35. The crowd goes absolutely wild.
What a game. Oh my goodness. The Thunder come back from down 7 with less than a minute remaining. What a catch from Kortenhoven. And then Giovanni Weeks, who hadn't gotten into the end zone all game, is finally able to for this 2-point conversion, and everybody's going wild. Here's the replay of the touchdown from Thorson. We see, once again, Kortenhoven goes up in a pile of Washington defenders, is able to bring it into his body, and now Giovanni Weeks on the outside uses that speed and the physicality we've talked about all game long. He's not going to be denied as he gets into the end zone right on the corner, and now game over.
And with that win, the Thunder improve to 8-1, keep their hopes alive at a playoff berth. WashU, just a devastating loss for them. They fall to 6-3. 5-3 in conference play. And how about Ben Thorson? The game of his life, 16 of 28, 266 yards, 5 touchdowns for him.
Wow. Let's watch this replay one more time. Thorson, great blocking from the line. We'll watch this, the play that defines the Thunder season now, as Seth Kortenhoven, you can count them. There's 5 Washington defenders there, and they all put their hands on their head. And Giovanni Weeks, who has defined Wheaton football for 3 years in a row, gets the winning play here, and he immediately hugs all of the Wheaton players around him. Everyone goes wild, and the Thunder season stays alive.
And Giovanni Weeks did not find the end zone, as he had 16 consecutive games with a rushing touchdown, but that run right there, a huge to give the Thunder the win, and a devastating loss for Washington U. Well, from all of us here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports, it's been an absolute pleasure to call Wheaton football this season. Alongside Noah Husted, I'm Aiden Kong saying so long from Wheaton, Illinois.